17th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the official gaming phone partner, the power behind every Madlang gamer. Smart, the simply reliable connectivity partner of the MPL. Our partner in esports, Clear Men. And our strategic partners, TT Racing, Ferry, and SIP. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 17 live at Victoria Sports Tower. Grab your tickets now via the official MPLPH website. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.
The arena is electric. MPL Superfans, welcome to the final day of Week 4. This is your very own Odin. At ngayong hapon ay makakasama ko ang nag-iisang si Thea.
And of course, we're ending our week with a bang dahil dalawang higanting matchups ang ating matutunghayan, starting with our star match of the day, the Golden Rivalry.
Sinabi mo pa at magagawa nga kaya ni Teddy na maging steady kaharap ang the pressure na si Severo. Huwag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa.
Dahil points, pride at bragging rights ang paglalabanan dito lamang sa tahanan ng pinakamalalakas.
This is MPL Philippines Season 17.
Palag na to!
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Family Sunday here. It's the final day to wrap up the midway point of the regular season. It's going to be me, Naisu, Brigida, and Rockhard over here on the English desk and over on the Filipino desk.
Umi pa rin kasama dito, of course, si Burrito at si Joshi Kicks na sumuskuba ngayon. Happy Family Fun Sunday para sa lahat.
It could be a family fun day, you know, if you want to call it that. Yesterday was definitely fun. I know some of us were here. Before we talk about today's Golden Rivalry matchup, we have to mention this tournament is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board. Thank you so much to Gab out there. Now, we also have to take a look at the Infinix standings in just a second because yesterday was electric. It was a fire match that we ended day 2 with. It was amazing.
Definitely amazing. I think Game 3 of Omega versus Aurora took everybody's breaths away. And ibang klase kasi yung MLBB na pinakita nila that time. Refreshing yung series na yun.
Alam mo, ako nga, team bahay lang ako niyan pero napapasigaw din ako kung ano man ang mga ginagawa dito ng Smart Omega. Bagong flavor ng Omega yung nakita natin eh. Isipin mo, hindi ka ba naman lumaban sa Aurora, di ba?
Napakatindi ng mga matches na yon, and now we're about to see TLPH and ONIC Philippines battling up on our first series, the Golden Rivalry. This may shake up yung standings natin a little bit, pero pinakamahalagang bagay dito sa rivalry na to, it may seem like not the Golden Rivalry we saw from before, pero nandun pa rin yung presence nung dalawang gold na matchup natin, Severo and Teddy.
Yep, and it's going to be APBR versus Aurora to close out the day, which I feel like isa ring series na, syempre, we have to really watch out for because I think these two are fighting for, in a way, redemption. Even though we're only in the first half of the season, you would really want to end it strong.
Yeah, and for sure, I would expect that last one to maybe give us another best of 3 series, especially this first series. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyone predicting 2-0? I don't think so.
I don't think so, man. You know, we had the sweep weekend last weekend, so we have to really focus in on our matchup right now. The Golden Rivalry, that's what we're talking about. Team Liquid, Philippines, and ONIC, they have faced off against each other so many different times. I love that we have so many rivalries too, but this one specifically is exciting because I think a lot of people would put ONIC in position to take down Team Liquid Philippines, especially on the win streak they have going on right now.
Definitely. I think ONIC Philippines right now did find their groove for the past few matches. Their start in regular season 17, hindi masyadong naging maganda. Natalo sila sa mga teams na ngayon ay nasa baba. Pero ngayon naman, napapunta na sila against one of the final bosses ng ating liga. Parang ito na ata yung best form nila during the regular season. At saktong-sakto yan. Kasi napakainit din ng Team Liquid Philippines.
Totoo yan. And mapapansin nga natin, no, talagang golden org itong mga maglalaban ngayon.
Yes.
No? Parang papalit-palit lang ata sila ng mga champions. Nakalagay nga dyan, di ba? Season 13, Team Liquid, Season 14, napunta sa FNOB nung time na yon kasi fanatic ONIC pa. And then bumalik sa Team Liquid. Hanggang sa paulit-ulit na eh.
Parang sila lang yung lagi nating nakikita ever since Season 13. And ganoon din naman for MPL Indonesia, ONIC Indonesia, and TLID. Parehas din sila yung naghahari doon sa Indo.
Sobrang daming similarities, and we are seeing right now na na they're even both fighting for a back-to-back championship in their respective regions. So both PH and ID, when you look at these two orgs, they are indeed very decorated.
And right here, these players, we really have to focus on because that's been the highlight since we started, and they're eventually going to be even more decorated than they already are. Let's go ahead and look at their stats here, breaking down Severo and Teddy.
So it's very crazy because you know what, Teddy? Insane. Rank 1 in average kills, KDA, and GPM. Samantalang si Severo naman, win streak on the very specific heroes. Actually, we have like an MMR match going on between these two for sure.
Yeah, napapost nga ako kanina na MMR battle talaga to ng Claude at ng YSS, di ba?
Undefeated yung YSS, no? Like,
Yes.
For Severo, it's undefeated. 6-0, I think?
6-0
Yeah.
for that YSS for Severo and 7-0 for that Claude for Teddy.
Yeah, that is a statement in itself. They got the sunglasses out for Severo, man.
Scuba.
By the way,
Wala pa ba?
okay na yan.
Hindi ba nakapad? Next week pa yan, next week pa.
Next weekend. Oh, no, Teddy's got it too! Let's go! That's down to the showdown. Hey, gotta keep those on, Teddy. Severo. By the way, that look he's giving, I know we'll talk about this in a little bit too. That's pressure right there, man. And Teddy's feeling it, I think. He's feeling the pressure right now.
Oh yeah, nakaka-pressure naman kasi talaga. I think if we joke around na yung MMR ng YSS at Claude, ibang klase pa rin talaga yung matchup mismo. Lugi kasi yung Claude sa YSS. When you look at that late matchup ng 1v1 lamang, pero for sure naman, di naman 1v1 ang mangyayari dito sa laban na.
Gusto ko lang sabihin kahit angasan siguro ng dalawang to ang cute-cute, ang cute na itong mga alam mo kahit mag-flex-flex sila dyan, kahit ilabas sila mga muscles nila. Ang cute kasi, di ba?
Pang K-drama nga yung side profile.
I think Severo's been spending a lot of time with King Kong and the boys, man.
Opa Severo in the chat.
W Severo right now. Teddy's been having a great time too, though. Honestly, ever since he came into the league playing for Team Liquid, I think he's really impressed people because. Again, a lot of people saw Severo play, especially internationally before, if they've been paying attention to the international scene. They knew kind of what Severo could bring, and I think he's fit really well into this squad. But you could say the same about Teddy.
Yeah, actually, Severo's an MPL Indonesia champion on ONIC.
Yeah.
So just don't forget that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's champion DNA is in Severo, but they've showed it. Also, well, there's no wolf here, but so Joshi Cakes, this is yours.
Okay, so hindi man ako yung lobo na wolf, ako naman yung lobo na balloon.
Ganun.
Pwede na rin yan.
Bro.
Calm down. Pero, ito, simulan natin sa Team Liquid Philippines. Most of the recent wins ng ONIC Philippines nagsisimula sa early aggression ng kanilang mid-trio, King Kong and Brusco and even Super Prince. And TLPH must fight ONIC's fire with fire. Kailangan nilang sabayan yung early aggression na yon, may it be with the composition, which will then lead to our second key to victory. Fast dive combs with high uptime stunts, meaning low cooldown stunts is good versus ONIC. This is key para masabayan yung init ng ONIC sa early game.
And interestingly enough, for ONIC naman, it feels like forcing a 1v1 in the gold lane in the early game, parang lalawang pasla, that might be a really good move for them just because of the hero selection that we have. And maybe on the draft, we might not even get to see those comfort heroes. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And of course, take Carl TC away from neutral objectives. Keep that guy away from the retry range, and you actually might get a win.
You know, we missed an opportunity there, by the way. Fight ONIC fire with fire. Doesn't Liquid Stampede beat the fire?
Ay,
Like elements, I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, but before the matchup, we have to mention as well, right now, you guys can get ready to level up your game and your grades. The best students don't just study hard, they study smart.
That's right. Meet the Infinix XPad 30E, the first true education tablet in the Philippines. It features an 11-inch FHD plus big screen, an AI tutor on tap, and over 120,000 free courses.
It's time to make learning easier and a whole lot more fun. Get your XPad 30E right now for Infinix. Easy learning, smart buddy.
Thank you so much, Infinix. That we're nearly there, but I think there's a heated take that we have to kind of throw out there for the audience to ponder on as well. Joshi takes, I think we've got something for you. Is there a hot take that you've been thinking about lately?
Not so hot take, but I just think that if TLPH wins this series, they can go 14-0. Right after the first half of the regular season,
That's heavy.
nakalaban na nila lahat ng makakalaban nilang team. And for the second half, it just means that they just have to repeat what they did during the first half. So, if they win this, I'm calling it. The 14-0 is coming from Team Liquid.
Oy. Oh, wow.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Pabigatin ba natin, pare?
Ano yan?
Kapag hindi nag-14-0, anong gagawin mo?
Joke lang, pare. No, that's not a joke. He's actually putting it out there.
serious.
He's actually putting it
It's
out.
serious.
Go!
Mag.
Be careful. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Please don't say you're gonna shave your head.
Wag na
Please.
lang, wag na lang. Siguro, pag-isipan ko na lang.
Pag-isipan na.
That's the same answer. That's the same answer. But I will say this. Yeah, take a breather, Joshy, because that is a statement, though. And I think a lot of people could line up to that because if they close out week 4, halfway point, undefeated, why wouldn't they be able to just run it back again?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. There is a big chance na kapag nakapag-adjust na kasi yung Team Liquid Philippines, nararamdaman natin na alam nila kung paano laruin yung meta multiple ways. Because there are teams na alam nila paano laruin yung current tournament meta natin, pero singular effective way lamang. And we've seen Liquid do it multiple ways. And honestly, that's insane, yung ganong level of excellence.
Yeah. Honestly, Team Liquid as an org, by the way, has been tearing it up here in the Philippines and Indonesia. I think they only have 1 loss there as well. So, again, crazy stuff from Team Liquid. Can't wait for this match.
There needs to be a team to stop that stampede that we've been seeing. I mean, I know you guys have shared that over on the Tagalog desk. We have as well for the English broadcast. And there just hasn't been a team just yet to be able to do that. And we've had our ideas of that. Now, ONIC, I think, is that team that could potentially do that. I actually don't see this being a sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know some of us threw out our predictions. I know Burrito posted his recently, and we had ours in there.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't see a sweep happening here.
No, neither do I. I think there were recent highlight matches which have been quite unexpected in terms of the outcome. I think the most recent one being Aurora and
Omega?
Omega yesterday?
Yesterday.
But there was another highlight match before that, which was quite unexpected for me. But this one is something I really expect to go all the way.
I hope we do get 3 games of this. We'll say goodbye to the Tagalog broadcast for now. We're ready to welcome out the teams for our Golden Rivalry.
They remain dominating. They are the team to chase. They are the team to set the standard.
The entirety of ONIC Philippines destroying Aurora sa series na to.
Papagandahan talaga namin yung next namin mga kalaban kasi undefeated pa yung TLPH kayo
Siguro kasi hindi pa nire-respeto ng mga ibang team yung club. Doon ako mag-show up and gagawin yung trabaho ko sa gold laner.
Papalitan niya walang iba kundi ang gold standard.
Maybe I will just trying my best because the gold lane is already different, so I think they have a different fight.
Sa akin, inaabangan ko rin talaga yung laban na yun kasi gusto ko lang din talaga makalaban din si Prince.
Parang magandang laban yung mapapakita namin.
Star match pa din yung laban namin versus ONIC kasi yung mga natirang players is magagaling pa rin naman and intense lagi pag gagamitin yung naglalaban.
Siyempre, before then may rivalry din kami noon.
And sa mga katapat ko kung sino man dyan, good luck lang and huwag mo akong yabangan. Masabi ko kay Sanford na gagaling ako.
Let's go Liquid! Let's go Liquid! Team Liquid!
History is written in gold. This will never rust. This is the star match of the day brought to you by Smart. Starting off with Team Liquid Philippines. They've been calling many names: CZ Mute, King Bomb, Phoebe Nuya, the Apex Predator. He's none other than Sanford. First name greatest, last name ever. Give it up for the GOAT. It's Gold TZ.
Greatest team that ever played. MLBB, they run the game. Call TZ, they're gonna debate. Crown the king, he seals the fate. They counted up.
The cold, the calculated, the lone stallion. Let the chef cook. It's Sanji. The maestro rover and ever reliable, ang makasalanan, El Daddy JP. the golden treasure that they found. It's Steady Daddy!
Let's go liquid.
The Super Band returns to derail this stampede. Sonics, this is your ONIC Philippines! The rising force in the XP lane, the architect, make way for Kirk! The beast in the jungle, he is the Sigma jungler. Let's give it up for King Kong! The mid lane trooper, Monster Mage, call him Super Prince! The boldest, the baddest, Bruiser in the business, Bruce Score!
Masih laju para dia tiada henti, hingga di atas langit ku tiba. Sangat dingin.
There was never a pressure. He is the pressure, the first ever MPL import player, Savero! To ensure the integrity of the game, let's welcome our marshals, JD, Chico, Patrick, and Joshua G. And our head referee, the Chop Master himself, Sid. And the head coaches, Coach Aeon and Coach Hayes. MPL Superbands, Mangingay! This is the Golden Rivalry!
All right, what a welcome for our Golden Rivalry here. Let's go ahead, Brigida, take us through TLPH.
Yep, I love how we're also welcoming Coach Aeon on stage. I believe this is the first time we will be actually seeing him draft for Team Liquid Philippines. And it's just so timely now that we've discussed how important it is that they draft fast dive comps with high uptime stunts against ONIC in our keys to victory.
And here we go. Right across from them, the team that might stop the stampede they've been on. It's ONIC Philippines Rock Hard.
You've got a win streak going for TLPH, but you know what? If there was ever a team to cut that, it might just be ONIC. Despite, of course, TLPH having more wins right now, Savero has actually been the craziest stat maker in the gold lane.
Yeah.
Look at these stats.
For now.
Right now. But I really understand why we put so much highlight on Savero, because it's the fact that he's the first import we've ever had here in MPL Philippines, but he's the kind of import who, according to the playstyle of ONIC, doesn't necessarily need to be accompanied all the time. They play this 4-1 playstyle, they give this very independent hero to Savero most of the time, and it's crazy how he's able to handle that up against the top gold laners here in the Philippines, be it in terms of laning or in terms of team fights.
That's why I think, you know, the name, the moniker, the pressure might actually really stick. But first, let's head on over to our Smart 5G pig test.
Hello. Okay guys, so message ko kay KTC, good luck like a flower in the desert. Message ko kay The GOAT, good luck. Katok. Sana sana assassin ka ngayon, sana assassin. Preparations namin ngayong laban versus Team Liquid, since the Golden Rivalry daw. Ibaban namin lahat ng hero ni The GOAT. Ban namin lahat ng hero niya. Tapos bigla siya magfa-funny sa amin, na-predict na namin.
Ayan daw message niya sa Golden Rivalry, paparating ko sa kanila. Kaya ba, ano masasabi niya? Golden Rivalry pa ba kahit wala na si Oheb Kelra? Parang ano niya, new generation na guys eh.
Parang ano yun eh, parang TLPH lang card. Uy, ba't may ONIC Savero dito?
Outplayed ka na agad. Ayan, inaurahan na agad si Teddy, sa lobby pa lang, ni Savero.
Ay, ano pala, Savero versus ano pala? Savero versus Teddy. Claude Teddy or Harit Savero? Ay, or YSS Savero. Ooh. Sinong angat? Sinong... Ano yung mayabang, mate? Oh, you said 100% Teddy Claude. No, I thought.
Di wag kang muna masyado mainit. Friends muna tayo, friend.
Okay, super humble. Sana di magwala si The Goat, guys. Sa mga nagtatanong ng buff namin, ang tunay na buff namin ay ang mga Sonics. Offline and online.
Okay, that's our smart 5G peak test. There's a lot to break down there.
I don't know where to start.
So, number one, if you've watched Carl Tizzi stream, you probably heard him laugh like that a couple times, all right? That's not new. But also, yeah, they hinted at, or they mentioned where the Golden Rivalry came from. They mentioned the two names that's usually stuck with, but now it's different, man. That's the new generation. We see Severo being one of them right on the screen right now.
That's a completely different story, it feels like, but the essence is right there. Same uniform, same roles. It's a different guy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Severo has been looking really good and has been. It's so ironic, right? He's the baby of the lineup.
Yeah.
But you don't need to baby him, bro.
That's true.
He can do whatever he wants and he can do it on his own.
You know what's funny about Severo is, like, if you have been watching closely, let's just say you've been paying attention to Severo from week one.
What?
He is really, like, settled in.
Yeah.
He's like that guy that, you know, made his way to another country. I'm speaking from experience here. And then all of a sudden he's been hanging out with the boys, hanging out with the Barcada for like 4 weeks, maybe longer, obviously. Longer than that. But he's been hanging around for a while, and now he's settled in.
Yeah, he's suddenly doing the Sigma pose.
And he's putting on sunglasses.
And putting on sunglasses.
Next thing to ask him is, what's his favorite Filipino dish?
Yeah.
It's probably balut, bro.
Balut?
Probably balut.
He's probably definitely tried it, but usually the top two choices for most foreigners coming out to the Philippines is either adobo or sinigang.
Okay, I trust him because
Yes, I am him.
yes,
100%.
he is him. If Severo is the pressure, he is him. Oh, what's
Naisu is the pressure cooker.
What?
Because he likes food.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
You do need rice for adobo and sinigang, so. Wait.
Unless you're a madman and you eat it without rice, like.
Well, that's a very American way to do it.
Yeah.
So for now, obviously, stats don't lie. Severo is still on top, but Teddy, he's also had one of the craziest debuts that we've seen for a long time already.
I'm wondering if we potentially, as we jump into the draft here, we just see the YSS and the Claude band out. Or
No,
if, like, that'll be the priority that we see them. Because, you know, what are we on, by the way? Flying Clouds, map 1. So it is a little bit different. Usually we see Expanding Rivers. It's going to be Flying Clouds. TLPH will be on the blue. We got ONIC on the red. You can see some of the bands already out. It's a lot of the jungle bands. Like we heard in the ping test, Smart 5G ping test, they are going to hone in on the jungle options.
Yeah.
And they weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Aside from that Sora right now.
Aside from that Sora. And you mentioned us not being, or possibly not seeing the goal leaders. I think we will still see both the Yi Sun Shin and the Claude. So the MMR match is still on for Liquid and ONIC. But these bans actually leave out mid laners open. And that includes
I am a daughter of Northern
Freya. Oh my goodness, okay.
The Freya first pick.
Yes.
All right, now, not necessarily gold, right?
Not necessarily
but
gold.
it is the biggest. It's the most prevalent right now.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
Severo
know how
has
I
played
feel
it.
about that.
Or Severo's played it, that we've seen him. But, so have we seen Teddy? Have we seen Teddy play it? That I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, if I recall correctly, Teddy has been only on the carry,
And Claude.
Moscow.
Yeah.
Not even the Granger.
I was gonna say, I don't think we've seen Teddy play a fighter gold yet, so let's just assume this is going XP? Like, is this actually going to go in the hands of Sanford?
There could be a chance. We saw it previously too. I think even in other regions we do see the Freya XP. Oh, but here's a busted hero.
The busted hero.
The busted
It's a busted hero.
The busted hero.
I actually like that they get it because it plays into King Kong's strength.
Yeah.
He levels so fast, and he's gonna try to beat Carl Tizzi to that, so he can have a stronger retribution coming into the objective.
Yeah, honestly, apart from the jungler picks for Liquid, all other picks so far seem very comfortable for both Liquid and ONIC. Because it's the Zhu Sin that's still left open, even the Suyo. And even if you look at the other side, the Khalid Eve in the mid lane for Liquid already shows just so much aggression. But then, okay, a Kalea shows up too.
Yep, they pick up their Kalea right now.
Yeah.
So both teams have their roams, their mids, and then you have the jungle pick right now for ONIC. You don't have that for TLPH just yet, so I don't know if ONIC's actually still going to go and narrow some of the choices down for Carl TZ.
Yeah, we did see that happen previously too, though. But even when he seemingly ran out of choices, he brought out the Lancelot and things were okay.
He's like the only one right now that plays Lancelot,
Yeah.
right? Like that I can think of so far in Season 17.
No.
In other regions, Lancelot has been used as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, here in the Philippines, very limited pool. But again, you can't really limit him that much.
Yeah.
I don't know if King Kong knew that already from the beginning, from the get-go. Again, they don't focus on the jungles here. I'm pretty confident that they'll go ahead and ban out more possible XP laners just so they can maybe force that Freya onto that XP lane that we're talking about. And then maybe they can deal with maybe a Claude on the other side.
Yeah.
Or do you think there'll be something new and we will actually potentially see Teddy play a Freya? Play a fighter? Or is this...
I wouldn't put it past him.
Because, I mean, like, the Claude's still open, right? So, like, I'm expecting they just grab it because they haven't really had to change much for Teddy specifically. If it's open, it's open. But otherwise, yeah, it would be interesting to see him play a Freya, for example.
Either way, I feel like they are yet to... They could just adjust the matchups accordingly if ever they are really able to force out the Freya in the EXP or either the gold. But I don't think the Yisun Shin 2 would be still that much of a bad idea if ever it still gets open in the second half.
Yeah.
Because you can technically still play your 4-1 strategy. The only problem would be if TL takes it out.
So. That would be nice. You know, they can swap it out maybe. Have Savera on the Claude and then, you know, Teddy on the Yisun Shin.
Yeah.
That might look good.
Okay, last ban here. Let's see if it goes towards the gold lane options for Severo. It's not. It's going to go with the Uranus because that XP lane still needs to pop up here. The fact that, yeah, the YSS is still open, I'm wondering if that's something that ONIC Philippines actually even wants to lock in there and still pick up. They've got their grounds covered. I mean, with the first 3 picks, those are quality picks. You've got great set potential. We've seen this plenty of times. Suyo, overpowered in the jungle right now, like we've mentioned. And this is Super Prince on the Jushin, one of his best heroes that he picks up. So we'll see what they do to complement it here in Red 4.
You know what's pretty cool? I just saw Savero use the finger sleeve while playing. I know very few pros who do that.
Does he have it right now? I didn't see it.
He has it on.
Oh.
That is
it's
interesting.
just on
It's on his left thumb.
Oh.
So I don't know what that's about. It's pretty cool. This is a small observation. But here we go. It's not none of the above. It's Harif actually on the goal lane for TLPH. And I kind of like that.
Don't they have like a name for this draft of Liquid where you get the Fredrin Eve together? Is it like the Exodia?
Almost Exodia. We use Exodia for like their World Championship winning lineups, but basically almost there.
Almost there.
About 4 or 5 maybe?
Yeah, apart from the Freya, I think that's the biggest change because it is indeed going to be an XP Freya.
Look at that Granger hover.
Is it the first time we see the XP Freya for Liquid? I think it is.
That's what I'm wondering. I can't recall when Sanford last played the XP Freya right now.
Even I can't. So I maybe it's his first.
Yeah, it's the first time we're seeing it. And it's up against the Yuzhong, so let's see how he manages that. Whoa, it's a non-MMR match.
Aww.
Even if the Yisun Shin and the Claude are both open, they just chose not to play those heroes.
Well, you know what, super fans, you guys can let us know as well what you think. You get a chance to win 1,000 MLBB Diamonds right now. Just predict the match. Scan that QR code on your screen. You'll get a chance today for this and a chance later for the second match. Don't forget, while you can, scan the QR code. Let us know in the chat as well. Now, MPL, look at the prediction. Whoa! It's an even breakdown. I don't know. Have we seen a 50-50 split?
No. The closest was a 49 to 51.
Well,
that is
goodness.
Insane. What the helly?
That about explains the atmosphere in here in the MPL arena as well. It is about a 50-50 split currently. And this draft, honestly, I would almost look at this as like a 50-50 as well going into game 1.
I agree.
So, I don't know. Either way, it's a best of 3. Hopefully, we get 3 amazing games between this Golden Rivalry that we've been talking about here. They've gone back and forth so many times, and we'll see exactly if ONIC Philippines can stop this stampede that Team Liquid Philippines has been on for now 6 matches in a row. Will they stop it here?
Yeah, they've got a lot going for both of them. So in the draft, I can really tell that, you know, they got a lot, but not all that they wanted. Again, XP Frey up for contention here. Look at that mid lane fight.
Early flicker is already forced out here by ONIC. And this is just literally how they keep playing the early game. Even in their previous matches, it's just how dominant they start things off. Oh, JP might get stunned there. Also using the flicker now, that's the mid duo. And this could be a punish. Super Prince flickering out. Carl TZ2 brought in, and that might be first blood for ONIC.
What a bro, what a move from Brusco. There to be there for Super Prince.
Yeah, essentially the power of Surge of Life, you cannot underestimate that. They got out-positioned, and that wall actually helped out ONIC so much, despite, again, the flicker being burned for Super Prince.
That almost felt as if Super Prince calculated that flicker just so Carl would go and chase him in that wall so they could utilize it a bit more. And those are just really smart and small decisions that we get to see from ONIC, which really play a huge role in how the things turn out eventually. But Sanford here to join the fight. Now that's going to be a kill for Carl. King Kong already taken out, and Brusco follows next.
This gets me excited for this matchup, and exactly why this is a golden rivalry between these two. They are non-stop, under 2 minutes into the game.
Ooh. Actually amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the barrel.
We need cameras everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
One day we will. One day the broadcast will.
But how do we catch that, though?
You know what? I don't know. We'll figure it out
we'll
when we
get
get
more
there.
cameras. We'll get more cameras, 100%.
Well, the fight for the turtle, first one of the game. It looks like, yep, Maltese will grab that just fine. And this is what you have to look at, is the pace that's being set here. On both sides. So far, it's a pendulum, back and forth this early on.
It's a really good back and forth, but you also have to look at where the goal is going, especially right now that Sanford got the kill, Carl TZ got the kill. It's going into the right pockets for TLPH.
Yep, and what do we say about not allowing for Carl TZ to get close to the objectives?
Yeah.
ONIC, even despite a really good start, are now slowing down. And I don't know if that's the kind of approach you want to go for up against Liquid, because it seems like they're getting a hang of their own momentum.
This is one of those things where, again, Carl TZ, I know a lot of people think of him as the Lancelot. Well, I also see him as the Fredrin because of the time that, you know, we were in that metal, Raging Sandstorm.
Oh, okay. Brusco using the Tsunami Slam, bringing them close to under their turret, and the flicker out to avoid that RWM.
Oh, I love the trades that are happening right now.
Yeah.
As we were saying, actually, you know what? Carl TZ on Fredrin, that's like his second most used hero in all times.
Gotta be. Because, yeah, there was a time in that meta when that's about all you saw. Him, the Baksha.
14, 15 maybe?
Yep, and it was just a back and forth, but he knows how to play against a more aggressive hero like the Suyo with this Fredrin, so to speak, and really what the focus is going to be as the game goes on, even though there's a whole lot of kind of skirmishes happening this early on, is the objective control that TLPH's lineup will actually give them because of the tools they have. I'm talking about the real-world manipulation, ultimate from Sanji. Fredrin can kind of just post up, and that's where ONIC might have to get a little creative later on. Part of that creativity has to also come from the Kalea from Brusco actually getting some of these purifies down, or trying to get burning that Tsunami Slam to get something set up for ONIC Philippines later on.
Yeah. Oh, now they try to go for JP. Doesn't get to use the quick sand guard, so a -1 for Liquid.
Oh, this is just so perfect. That Pyro, the Kalea is so perfect for ONIC. It also gave Brusco like an MVP match, I think, yesterday.
Yep.
And it's worth it, especially against heroes like the Khalid. Cancel out that quick sand guard. What are you doing?
All right, there goes the Black Dragon form. Zaman Force 2 committed here. Oh! King Kong winning out the retreat battle. Black Dragon form still there for Kirk, but Teddy takes Brusco. Now ONIC able to run away with the real world manipulation, still catches Kirk. And the side step from JP! Catching Super Prince right there. Sanford going for the chase. He gets knocked off, but Sanford still gets the kill.
Oh, wow.
These are
King Kong's still
insane
there?
trades.
Okay, he's going to have to back off. These are crazy trades happening. And right now, TLPH is slightly ahead in certain areas. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, even looking at the graph, you see the quick swing that's happening here. Back and forth. Okay, that was a flicker burn.
Yeah.
Sanji feeling the pressure. I think Brusco is really keeping the pressure there himself. Like, Brusco is that guy with the Kalea.
Yeah, these are probably one of the closest trades we've seen in the first 5 minutes of a series of any game I've seen for a long time. Again, neither team is actually getting ahead way too much. TLPH definitely have more map control. They got more jungle control on their own as well.
Yep.
But on the other side, it's Severo who's actually getting a lot of free time. He's getting a lot of these free stacks on his passive as well. And I think Severo actually might be deadlier later on in the mid game.
The only difference we're seeing from Severo now compared to the other games is that even though they're still leaving him alone as usual, he's not really getting the space to go for, let's say, turrets and extra gold and stuff like that. Because I think that's what kept him up top in terms of gold per minute in the rankings, is his ability to just keep looking for farm elsewhere. But Teddy also is, in a way, doing a great job at managing the laning, so he doesn't get to do that.
Can I just say, take a note of Sanji's heart rate. It's the most elevated on TLPH's squad, and that's also just because of how much pressure a Kalea has on you as a mid laner. And needing to be in the right space, and especially when that flickers down. So Sanji's pretty hyperactive right now. You can see it there amongst the rest of the team. RWM dropped down, so they don't have that for the turtle. Let's see what ONIC does with this, knowing that he doesn't have the RWM.
Huge advantage for them, supposedly, so let's see how they play around this. Brusco and Kirk now going in. That's the Dragon form. Do they find the Tsunami Slam? They do, and King Kong once again winning the Red 3 battle. JP gets taken out first, Brusco goes next. There's a trade coming in from Liquid, and they're gonna find Brusco, but that's about it. It's a 1-4-3 trade in favor of ONIC.
I think ONIC is really sticking to that key to victory that we had. They're not letting Carl TZ in as much. I mean, when Carl TZ arrives, it's actually way too late. The combo's already synced in, and King Kong is locked.
Oh, Flicker used too. Again, Sanji, they're going to try to fight for the purple here. Yep, taken away. So one thing that you can't deny is how smooth a Suyo is. We're going to look at the replay here. I think this is when he goes in, gets the turtle. Look at King Kong. He's going to sweep on in here.
So fast.
Gets out, and then Severo has a way to go ahead and just fire off some shots, Destinadas, and they'll pick off Carl TZ here because there just isn't anywhere for Carl to go from there. So a really good decisive team fight for ONIC early on for that last turtle of the game.
Okay. Whoa, again. Brusco, there's the stun from JP though, somehow still saves Sanji. Brusco now gets punished, but even the clutch RWM won't keep him safe from Kirk. That's the Valkyrie descent coming in from Sanford. ONIC will try to get this mid turret as much as they can. Teddy trying to join in. Zaman Force already committed. The knockup from Super Prince again, but the Crimson Beacon just to make it out of this fight. Sanford gets got to. Savero's on a killing spree.
Oh my goodness, TLPH are getting punished so much with Sanji not having that Purify, basically getting caught as a free kill with Brusco in tow. It is just leading to such a bad team fight for TL.
Man, Severo right now, and he's got the Sky Piercer, so he's definitely got a couple stacks at this point. This is, again, we haven't seen the Granger pop up too much. He did have a loss yesterday, and there was a time when you just know he doesn't have enough damage. Well, right now, Severo is online. He just picked up the Malefic Roar as well. So, damage department, TLPH is going to be in check when they're fighting ONIC for this Lord. I know they mentioned that this composition should give them an advantage when it comes to fighting around this space around the Lord, but the way ONIC's been playing, the way they've been moving, you got to take that into calculations as well. So right now, they'll get into position, get set up. Kirk, tanky as well on this Yuzhong. You don't see it too often either, but it's been playing so well, and now they have less than half health from this Lord.
Okay. How does Carl TZ position himself here? He will not be able to do so. That's a Black Dragon form also still activated for Kirk. Brusco here might be the first target for Team Liquid Philippines, and they do find him right there. Super Prince trying to find the knockup, but the RWM catches two. That's the Zaman Force to go onside Teddy. And now Zanford going in, finds two members with the knockup. There's the slows, but ONIC might not want to fight anymore.
Yeah, Sanford is low-key the biggest win condition right now for TLPH. The moment that you just don't have enough skills to hold this guy, he's just gonna tear through your lineup no matter what you do.
It's really interesting because Sanford, especially the way that he's playing, and I'm really curious about what build he ends up going towards here. But the way he's playing the Freya, you see him jump into these fights, he pops the Valkyrie form, but then he also backs off a little bit.
He kites it.
It baits ONIC to even push through, trying to get him or trying to kill him. You can see he's building damage. He's got the Golden Staff, Corrosive Scythe already, but he is probably going to build in some defense at some point. And, you know, that's the way the team fights are going, but ONIC is ultimately charging now forward with this Lord. Should be able to just get this tier 2 in the mid, maybe more.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to wait for that moment, because right now Sanford he can fight. But then again, if he gets focused down, he is really, really squishy.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something like a Queen's Wings coming in here soon. Again, something that keep him in the fight longer.
Okay.
He needs that.
Those
The
are
shields.
holy shields, yeah.
Shields will pop mid and bottom.
It's big.
Yeah, TLPH will just still hold on, though. But it's a 4K gold lead now at this point for ONIC Philippines. They've been doing really well playing in these team fights and just utilizing what they have. It's been nothing really fancy. I know Brusco's got a lot of deaths, but he's got to be that guy. He's got to be the one to start things up with that Tsunami Slam, like we mentioned. And so far, Severo has had all the space in the world to move on this Granger, and he's continuing to stack up.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest key. Like the space for Severo is massive just because Super Friends is on front.
Yeah.
Now Super Friends is supposed to be like a backline mage too, but you know what? The way that Super Friends plays this hero, he's just gonna bully everyone there. And when he's doing that, that's when Severo really shines. Not to mention, if someone gets picked off by Brusco, of course, it's so easy to do that with a Tsunami Slam though.
Yeah, you don't need to babysit two heroes at once for ONIC. Super Prince is pretty much another guy.
He's the one doing the babysitting.
Doing the babysitting here for Severo, who's currently 3-0-1, a really good stat line if we were to look at even the existence of the Sky Piercer already in his hands. I think he got all those kills after building the Sky Piercer.
Yeah, at least two of them.
At least two, yeah.
At least two of them. So
Definitely at least two. But that's what's so interesting about the way even the Super Friends, or just the Jushin in general, is played, because sometimes you are kind of the babysitter. Like you're Raging Sandstorm too.
Okay.
He's still in the Black Dragon form, so that was a lot.
It's fine.
Oh.
Here we go again, Kirk. Calm down, boy. Calm down.
We've seen this before.
We've seen this before, sir. Yeah, I saw the goat shake his head, but
That's kind of to be expected at the same time. It's not that easy. Not to mention ONIC has a lead, so they're tankier than usual.
Yeah, Lord is up though, so I think this time, just with the nature of things, TLPH will try to take this in a bit of a different way than the previous Lord that they had to give up. Crown-TZ does pick up a Guardian Helm, so he might play a little more front to this side, and also depending where JP goes. The thing is, he's got to wait for that Raging Sandstorm. Should be up here just as I say it. There it is. So he's got the green light to go ahead and initiate, but he's also got to worry about where Brusco goes.
Yep.
And that's why Sanji, again, the positioning on Sanji is so important. This is so difficult for Sanji too, because he's got to post up basically when he pops his ultimate, that real world manipulation. And so he is susceptible to being taken down. That's why this is so hard positioning-wise.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
okay, Carl-TZ shows himself to the retreat battle once again! Carl-TZ this time winning it out. There was no focus on him whatsoever. JP2 still alive. Sanford with a Valkyrie Descent uses the Purify to keep himself safe, and the Crimson Beacon clutch from Team Liquid.
That is very rare. He didn't even use Appraiser's Wrath. He outbeat King Kong on the Retribution in such a crucial game.
He's the GOAT for a reason, man, and he's even down a level. And he made it happen. So that's Carl-TZ, and now they're going to have the Lord on their side. They're going to go ahead and take down some of these turrets. ONIC should be able to clear this out as the Lord charges and tier 2 in the mid. I don't know if this is going to be into a fight or if they just clear it out. A couple hits on that turret. It does stay up though for now. So ONIC, again, they do lose that 4,000 gold lead they had though.
Yeah, that's just to be expected. Carl-TZ, I mean, what can you do at this point? He's just so good at holding up. Hold on.
Oh,
Brusco?
Brusco here, but he's just going to stand there, not really going to be threatened whatsoever.
Oh, wait.
TZ gets knocked up. Another Crimson Beacon in for Super
They
Prince,
want it.
forcing out the flicker from Sanji as well. They want Carl, but there's the real world manipulation as a response. Kirk still using the back dragon form. Can Brusco get taken out first? Immortality already popped. Sanford trying to work on Kirk, and in the other side of the map, Super Prince with the flicker still survives. Teddy Cutie has run away. Sanford finding Kirk, but in exchange of Carl.
Oh boy, Severo, he's hunting. He got him!
Severo with the triple, but hey, you gotta commend Kirk on the Yu Zhang there. He took care and distracted Sanford and Sanji, the San duo, for the longest time so that ONIC could go ahead and capitalize on that kill.
That was just beautiful maneuvering here for ONIC as well, getting that lead back. And again, that was with big lanes pushing on multiple, so they were doing that under pressure. They were able to fight in a very good spot.
All right, Kirk, you can recall a little bit after that one.
Recall a little bit.
Just a little bit now.
Just a little bit. That was a great team fight. Again, we're going to take a look at the replay here and look at where Kirk is. So he's got the San duo. Meanwhile, the rest of the team's fighting on this side of the map towards the bottom. And so because you have that Sanji and Sanford, which are integral parts to winning these team fights, The rest of TLPH has nowhere but to just collapse under the firepower of Severo now, picking up 3 more stacks for that Skypiercer.
It was honestly very painful to watch, to see the San duo just recall on the other side of the map while their teammates are falling one by one. You don't want to see that. And that's so expertly done by Kirk here. He isolated 2 of them, fought them for so long. And I don't know, maybe the comms just kind of broke down for TLPH.
Yeah, that's a 601 Ranger. I don't think you want to go up against that, because
Ranger danger. Ranger danger.
Sorry, I had
don't
to.
really. It's okay.
It's right there.
You don't really have a Yuzhong type XP laner. Yes, the Freya can go for the dives, but
he can't really zone.
It's kind of all in.
Yeah.
So I know you did mention something about he goes in, but he kind of kites them out.
Yeah.
But it's more once you commit, there's a much harder way to get out if you're a Freya.
You know what? Freya's essentially dropping a bomb, right? The Yuzhong is basically a big shield that's pushing people up, pushing people down. So that's a big difference in gameplay. We'll see if that's going to matter here, especially now that ONIC feels like they might just have a hold on this Lord.
I think they do.
Oh, Lord already low! There's the stun coming in from the Raging Sandstorm. Sandstorm trying to come in from the sides. Carl TZ looking for Severo, but look at the damage from Severo! Appraisers are out, landing on Brusco. They still get to dodge the RWM2. ONIC have been just too successful with that Lord fight.
Given how everything went, no one died. So both teams actually are able to go ahead and disengage from that after securing the Lord. And we'll see what they do with this. Again, this Lord could be cleared out pretty quickly. And we'll take a look at the items here, building in a Divine Glaive now available for Sanji. This will help them in the defense. Teddy's got one as well, so he's pretty much locked in for damage, and that's why ONIC, even though they get this objective, they still have to really respect what TLPH can give them in terms of fight.
At this point, it's actually correct to call him a Raging Sanford. Because it just feels like he's full items. He is not afraid to dive, especially if Super Prince already uses the crowd control on whoever with that lantern. But here we go. Big siege.
Gonna charge in.
Yep. Oh, Tsunami Slab used on Carl once again. He sidesteps away. Crimson Beacon in for Super Prince. Valkyrie isn't coming in from Sanford. They find Brusco! Now he's ready to go for the back lines. There you go, alongside the real world manipulation. Kirk looking at the next target. It's a double kill for Teddy!
Oh, Severo still up again with all the space in the world. They just can't get to him, but TLPH will find 2 bodies and get some more momentum now.
We're finally seeing the big impact of a full item Freya. And he is just having a blast. This time around, JP's initiation was actually on point. He didn't even die. Exactly. It was perfect. Earlier, I think it really fell apart because JP died very early. That was during the Lord fight earlier. But now that TLPH had the engage they wanted, everyone actually survived, and they lost so much, or they gave away, they took away so much from ONIC.
This is such a great back and forth game 1 that we're having here. I mean, it started from the minute 1, actually 30 seconds in. You know, when those flickers were burned early on, we already started to see it, and has not let up at all. Almost 20 minutes into this game. Yeah, you can see, you know, Severo, his heart rate, it's getting a little elevated now, but he hasn't died yet. And he's found kills on just about everyone from Team Liquid. And so that's the best thing that ONIC is doing. They're actually just protecting Severo, letting him do his thing, because eventually, yes, that Granger, those stacks, and even his stacks for the Granger alone will be pretty devastating to TLPH as they try to brute force their way into a fight against ONIC. But, you know, I can say the same almost for Teddy. He's at a point where he's pretty much farmed up to where he needs to be. And he just has to go ahead and follow through on these team fights.
He actually is. I think that's a huge reason as to why Liquid were still able to find a way to win that. Because it seems as if their lineup is more front to back. There's little to no way for them to just gain easy access towards the back lines. Even for Sanford, you see the Valkyrie descent, but he has to get past the front lines first before he eventually reaches heroes, let's say, like Super Prince, like Severo. And that's the same for Teddy. There's a very small window for him to actually land his damage immediately onto the squishy heroes. So now that he's farmed up, I think it's a much more warranted situation for Liquid to just go on and find those fights. But ONIC, I'm pretty sure they're more careful of that now. They've seen it, they've experienced it during the last defense.
Yeah, the biggest thing here is ONIC, they need to choose where the fight's gonna happen. Don't put it on a fight where a Zaman Force can kind of trap you. Make sure you fight out in the open and force Teddy on a bad situation. That's the only way that they can get this.
Oh, they see. They're going to go for this Lord.
Oh, Super Prince finding the knockups. JP not using the Raging Sandstorm just yet. Sanford zoning out from the behind. Carl TZ now winning out the Red 3 battle all by himself. Sanford up against 3. Real World! And all that just to secure the Lord.
Team Liquid played the macro level. They knew a wave was pushing down bot because that bottom base turret is down. They knew someone had to respond. It was going to be King Kong to respond to it. And then Sanford cut him off from getting there for the Lord. So now TLPH has this evolved Lord to make their way to the base of ONIC.
Sanji, calm down, bro.
He's been that way
He's
the
like
whole
at
game.
160 right
I think the ones with the lowest heart rate are the roamers.
Yeah.
It's JP and Brusco. Look at that.
Yeah.
Right now, Sanji feels like he's under so much pressure. Again, I understand. I
We
play mid a
understand.
lot. Without a Purify, if you make a bad move, you're done. You're cooked.
You're trying to hit all your abilities, but also keep your finger above Flicker because you need it, especially
How do you
against
do
this.
that?
I don't know.
Purify.
Yeah, you have
Right?
to. You have to be able to hit that Flicker right on point, but also his real-world manipulation is so important here. Picks up a Lantern, though, for this fight. They're going to walk in with this Lord here. They're approaching it. They're going to force something. It's being cleared out pretty quickly. They might just want to go for this mid-turret. Oh.
Okay, Purify still there for Sanford. Uses the Valkyrie inside to get out. Now the Lord's in the base. ONIC, they still go for a play.
Flying in.
There's no ultimate for Brusco, and there goes the Real World! They're just locking on the base! They want to end this right here! And Liquid take game!
Oh, I could see how fired up Carl Easy was in that one. They really worked hard to get that victory down, and that's going to be game 1 going over to TL.
Wow.
Wow.
Not the ending I was expecting there. I thought ONIC would have a little more fight towards the last one, especially with a fully locked and loaded lineup in Severa with the stacks.
What the?
But what happened?
What just happened?
Yeah, that was like a non-fight. I think TLPH knew that if they fought head-on with all the firepower that ONIC has, they were probably going to have the 50-50 on that one. So they said, you know what? There's someone else that we can fight. The base, it's not fighting back.
No, because they did that for the past 2 team fights.
They just ran
What
out of
was your
gas.
term? It was
Ran out of gas.
non-team fight.
Yeah.
The last 2 fights were non-team fights.
It's so weird because the whole game was a team fight.
Yeah.
And then the final one, it's like, okay, you can go through. Like, that's what it felt like. Like, you got the Lord, you got the big Lord, you can go through.
No, but it was so smart of Liquid to call that, yeah, you could just force that Tsunami Slam and sacrifice your Purify so we could just walk towards the base.
That's 2 ultis out.
Yeah.
They're good. They're fine. And again, heart stop moments. New segment, by the way. I love that.
Yeah, heart stop moments. This was, I don't know. I don't know if there was a better way. There probably was. There was definitely a better way for ONIC to handle that. But man, Sanford, MVP right here on the Freya. You got to remember. Oh!
Whoa! I did not expect that.
He said,
I
swear, he said,
that.
Dole.
Yeah. Well, again, he is the MVP, very deservedly so. Not only is he the one.
What are they pointing at?
Why is the Tagalog guest
Why are
pointing
they
over here?
grinning? I don't
Why
know.
are they pointing over here? I think, Brigitte, I want to say, Brigitte, that it's just not the Tagalog broadcast. It's actually
everyone.
the whole audience.
It's everyone.
It's
I'm
pointing
sorry.
at Brigitte.
It's right
If
there.
only you guys could see it.
I'll try and save you a little bit here. So Sanford, basically, aside from the guy who actually is the big bomb, being dropped in the middle of the big fights, he's actually also the guy who just tower locked at the very end.
You know, Rockhart, I like the way you explained this, though, too, in the game where, you know, the way he played it. Think about this. It changed throughout the game, but what he was really able to do, because you got to remember how hard this is to actually pull off. He was building pretty much damage Freya. He was throwing himself forward because sometimes it had to be JP, sometimes it had to be him, and he was also the guy to cut off crucial members of ONIC.
That sidestep.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh man, that's just work of art here. And again, it's not a sidestep that's useless. It actually netted a kill. And that's been the story here for TLPH. Small advantages, very micro advantages. I gotta say, ONIC was fighting back very, very well here. They were fighting back hard, making sure that Severo did not actually fall for a majority of this game.
Yeah, and he did not. I don't think he died even once.
Wait, no way
So
he
you know
didn't
what?
die whole game.
Some would definitely say that he was a raging Sanford here.
He was a raging Sanford.
No, I was talking about Severo. Hey.
No, I'm talking about the MVP. Bring it up.
Okay,
Right.
But it was something that Rockhart considered as, or he actually said, yeah, you could call him a Raging Sapphire because of what happened in
He was.
previous fight.
You know what?
It's crazy.
If he ever plays the Freya again, we can use that.
Yeah. No, I'm surprised it actually worked. Cause
Actually, no, we can't. You can.
No, you can't.
Hey, I like that.
You can't.
Don't shake me, bring
sorry,
it up.
guys.
No, you can't. You can't. Like, but I'm surprised it actually worked for them because it's very different from the kind of Liquid you're used to seeing. The setup that's required for Carl TZ to just have an easy retribution.
Yep.
It's mostly on JP to just land those Raging Sandstorms, but if it doesn't land, then there's double like the responsibility and the effort that's required from Carl to steal away the objectives from King Kong up against the Suyo again. But it's interesting because TLPH were able to adapt with this kind of lineup, and even Carl just stepped up and says something like, okay, there are times I can still steal it away even though you don't really set it up for me.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually what I wanted to point out as well. Aside from Sanford, obviously MVP material, bro, Carl TZ was swiping that Lord, those turtles, under a Suyo that was levels above him.
Yeah.
Had multiple ways to actually add more layers of damage. Yep. Bro, Carl TZ, come on.
He's the GOAT for a reason, man. You know, and I don't know. It's probably also partially because he's outplaying everybody with the Infinix GT30. Featuring the GT trigger for lightning fast reactions and MLBB certified 120 FPS for ultra smooth control. Dominating the game with Infinix GT30. The power behind every Modlon gamer. The power behind Carl TZ's retribution. I swear, man, that was... It's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT for a reason. I'll tell you that much. To dominate the land of Dawn, though, like Carl TZ at TLPH, you need a connection that never lets you down, from scouting rotations to tracking the pros. Stay online and in that zone.
Power up with Smart Power All 99. Get 10 gigabytes of data for MLBB and your favorite apps, plus unlimited FB, calls, and text. Share every GG moment with Smart, the simply reliable partner of the MPL.
And also, there's more.
What?
Because right now, it's time to flex. There it is. Superfans, unleash your creativity because the hashtag MLBB GetOut UGC challenge is officially live. We're giving away 1,000 MLB diamonds to the most solid entries.
There are 3 ways to win, so all you could do is either show off your peak ouch moments in the gameplay challenge, slay the game with your outfit check, transitions, or bring that energy to the Halukay Ube dance challenge. Just post your entry with the official hashtags. And I did a sample. Did you see that?
Yeah, you did. I did.
Amazing.
Approved.
If your vibes are on point and your edits are crisp, those diamonds are yours for the taking. So lock in your entries and show us what you got. Get out.
I'm almost leaving it to you, Rockhart. You're taking it home.
He grew up with.
You should have done it.
You know what? You grew up with those flex bomb answers as well. Come on, don't lie.
To be fair, I didn't. You know, I shared a little fun fact before that when I was visiting the Philippines. I heard it all the time.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what it was, and then now it makes sense. You know.
Can you do it?
No, I can't do it.
You were
I was about to.
close.
I was about to because you know what? The picture of me doing that dance of all of us, by the way, that's Burrito.
Led by Burrito. Yeah,
Burrito.
we're shouting out to Burrito.
It's out on the internet already. That was supposed to be, you know, exclusive. But let's go ahead and throw it over to an interview before we head over to Game 2.
Grabe naman talaga ang energy here in the MPL Arena. That is why we are with our KOLs, Shaira and Hannah Bitch. Hello guys, bumati naman kayo sa ating mga super fan. Hi guys! Shout out sa lahat na nanonood ng MPL ngayong araw na to!
Niliteral yung shout out.
Hello po!
Tapos biglang,
Sabi ko sa'yo, Shaira, pinagsama pa talaga tayong dalawa. Para dumagdag sa energy ng ating mga audience. Pero Thea, meron din tayong mga kasama dito sa ating tabi.
Of course, meron silang mga challengers. So guys, kailangan tapatan nyo yung energy na ganon. Introduce yourself and of course, the team that you are supporting.
What time is it? Hi guys, I'm Ariane alongside with
Vince! Let's go, ONIC!
And we are from ONIC Philippines! Ay, grabe Thea, nasimulan kasi ni Shaira yung ganun na energy. Dito tayo sa kabila. Kuya, anong pangalan mo?
Rain po.
Anong team mo mo?
Team TLPH!
Hindi
diba?
na nila kailangan ng mic.
Hindi na kailangan na lang nilang sumigaw at kailangan nila magbigay ng energy dahil ngayon ay nandito tayong muli sa ating segment na Rampalag. At alam nyo na, kapag Rampalag, i-challenge natin sila ngayon sa isang Halukay Upe Dance Challenge.
So guys, ready na ba kayong sumayaw? Napakuluan na ba yung mga bewang na yan? Ready na guys?
Ready na! So sa harap ang ating mga kasama ditong KOLs. Ready? Galingan nyo ha, dahil malay nyo, kayo ang manalo ng golden ticket para sa Sex Bomb concert is their last get out na. Kaya naman, ready na! Music, please!
Get out! Maglaro tayo, di kami patatalo. Maski duo o trio, kahit 5 man pa kayo. Kahit pasabay-sabay, ang kalaman sasablay. Kung mag-rock ang pambilis, sure na wipe out! Get out! Disappear, one hop, one fourth, one hop, disappear, appear. Appear, disappear, one hop, one fourth, one hop, disappear, appear. Disappear, one hop, one fourth, one hop, disappear, appear. Appear, disappear, one hop, one fourth, one hop, disappear, appear.
Get out! Oh my gosh! Get out! Hindi ko kaya! Hindi ko kinaya ang mga kaganapan dito sa MPL Arena. Okay ka lang ba, Shaira? Buhay pa! Buhay na buhay sa'yo!
Parang mga pinutburan ng
Oh my goodness! Oh my
But
goodness!
of course, those efforts hindi yan mawawala ng visa because they'll be receiving a Get Out shirt.
Yes! Para sa ating mga KOLs, i-flex nyo naman ang inyong mga t-shirt.
And as
Thank you so
mentioned,
much.
isa sa kanila yung mabibigyan ng ticket to the next Sex Bomb concert.
Okay, oo. Dahil dyan nabigyan na natin ng merch, ang consolation prize. And now, you guys will decide kung sino ba ang mananalo ng golden ticket para sa ating dalawang finalists. Come on here, guys, sa ating gitna. Mag-cheer kayo kung sino ang inyong gusto para kay Ate! At para naman kay Kuya! Malinaw!
Malinaw, Odin. Pero sa'yo, malinaw. Sino ang nanalo?
Para ito kay Kuya! And there you have it. You have a golden ticket para sa ating Sex Bomb concert. Maraming salamat sa ating mga challengers and of course to our KOLs, Shaira and Hannah Bitch. Get out na! Balik na tayo sa loob ng Light of Dawn.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad I'm not doing that, but
So much energy.
so much energy. I don't know. Maybe she should be a shoutcaster.
She literally shouts.
You can.
Can you do that again?
Can
I
you-
got hyped.
1/4, one. What is it? What is it again?
Appear, disappear, one hop,
Appear,
one fourth,
disappear,
one
one hop,
fourth, one
one
hop, disappear.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
You can do that.
You can do that.
Nope. ONIC Philippines though, they're going to go blue side and they're going broken walls. Wow, it's actually broken. We're actually going to broken walls.
Yeah. Can I just say, I think yesterday in day 1 of MSLTH, we had like 90% of the games on broken walls.
You had like 4 series yesterday at Best of Freeze.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
actually listening to that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, watch party, by the way. Watch party going on for the Liquid fans out there. I'm trying to read the text over here. That's in
Sweet
Tea by the Coffee Camp. And that's Quezon Street, Antipolo City. And then we have Go Korean Food House, Los Baños, Laguna. Los Baños.
Los Baños.
And also, yeah, big shout out to all the people in the watch parties because
Yeah.
right now, if you tried to come here, I think this was sold out a while ago because, yeah, there is no space
I
here.
guess it's been sold out for quite some time now because of the Golden Rivalry. I mean, imagine, just look at the team intros earlier on, and even before the teams arrived, the audience were already rehearsing their cheers, their, I don't know, victory dances and all that.
Yeah.
So, yep, we see how solid the fans are actually, and we did expect this to go to a game number 3, so let's see what happens in game number 2.
Valor
I
and
wonder what ONIC's
royalty
gonna have
in a
to
dead
do
body.
here on the blue side. What are they going to have to, like, prioritize number 1? Because it's so weird because if you look at the game, if you were watching with us in game 1, or maybe the people that are just joining us right now, the entire game was a team fight.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a chance to breathe much at all from start to finish of that game.
Nope.
Until the very end, when it was just like, TLPH just walked in to get the dub. And so...
Walked in literally.
Yeah, so I think ONIC, it wasn't about really necessarily the draft or anything like that. It's like, they had the game plan. They had the fight back against TLPH. They even had the lead at points of the game. So the draft here, they could go with whatever game plan they have. I think they just need to be able to go ahead and secure those major objectives against Carl TZ, getting those retributions off, which is so funny to say because King Kong was doing it. He was actually the one getting those the early turtles and then even a Lord here and there.
Oh,
but what can they do?
It's like exactly what you need to do is kind of just make sure that they cannot get these heroes that kind of just walk all over you or stampede you.
Is that Fredrin?
Or roll
it's like
over
the counter
you,
stampede, you know? That's what they're trying to do. Because when I see ONIC lose a game, they usually like they look angry.
Yeah.
When it comes to game 2. So that's actually very good. You don't want to let them experience the Freya, how good that Freya was. Just deny that. But again, on the other side of the coin, they did just let go so many heroes. King Kong on that Harley is a deadly combo.
That was a quick choice there by ONIC.
Yep.
Now that gives Liquid more room to just go Uranus as prioritized here, and now they steal away that Juicin. So it's interesting how we're not really seeing the gold laners being prioritized as much for these two, despite how familiar we are already.
Like we bring it up in the broadcast so much. At this point, they should know it by heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, neither one of those gold laners that we actually mentioned, YSS or Claude, is actually getting touched on the draft.
Well, yeah, maybe it will. Maybe there will be a chance here that we actually get to see that because right now this is just so surprising with the way that, you know, we talked about it. They'll pick up the early picks here for ONIC to go with the Alice and then they get the Khalid.
No gold laners again, by the way.
But or could they consider it now, like a carry, just to? Oh, they're really not gonna go for the gold laners.
Not even.
They're saving it for second phase now. I think it's change that's quite evident in this series specifically. But this is Carl on the Suyo.
Yes, I actually feel like this is gonna just demolish the level gap.
Yeah.
You can expect that very early on. But you know what? On the other side, I really do believe that these two gold laners for each of these teams are very mature because both teams are willing to have a lot of gold laners banned out here in the second phase. Neither of them picked one.
Yeah. I think also it just shows that they're willing to go ahead and even adapt because we were talking about how teams needed to adapt.
Yeah, that's shy.
That's shy.
She's not shy.
She's not shy at all.
She does that internationally. She was an M7.
Yeah.
She just non-stop dances.
She does it on stream. She does it on site. She does it online. Oh, those are MLBB female players. That's Keishi.
Is that Keishi? Yeah.
We have so many people here today.
Are they still Na'Vi? They're Na'Vi, right?
Yes.
Still Na'Vi.
Yeah.
All right. There you
Because
go.
wait, isn't the?
It's ongoing.
I was gonna say, isn't the is it the Athena's Cup?
It's coming up next week, I think.
I think they're having qualifiers or something right now.
I thought it
Are they
started
qualifying
yesterday.
Oh.
I think we'll be talking about that later, but yeah.
All right.
You know, either way, through this draft, second phase, we've got some of those key pickups being banned out. There's the YSS. So YSS is actually going to be banned out. So
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay.
not for you today, Severo.
That's actually an excellent one. Just remove Savera from comfort, I think is very key for TLPH. So just removing one hero actually did so much here for TLPH. And now on the other side, again, Teddy is very chill. He's probably still got that Harif in tow.
Yeah.
I think the Harif will slot in very well to this lineup. You can force the enemy team to kind of build radiant armors and magic damage. And then that's when Carl Tease is going to show up and just soul sever everyone to oblivion.
That's true. So last ban for ONIC here. Are they also banning out the... Oh, they're not. They're gonna open the Claude, actually.
Wow.
Interesting, though. Maybe the ban on the Eve was also like this, also because it kind of counters the Juicin, but also because they're gonna go for the Claude, as we discussed now. So they, even though they could have had an answer for it, it was a safer ban. Now they have just more room to operate overall with this
Yeah.
draft that they have so far. And ONIC, on the other hand, I guess the Harith is still there too if they want to switch things up.
But
and-
then all of her damage is gonna be magic.
Yeah.
So I don't like that for ONIC if they are it.
Or could they just go Moss cover carry maybe?
Moskov is good comfort for
I
Severo.
was gonna say probably the Moskov,
Yeah.
just because you know his
I-
pick was banned out.
Yeah.
They might need the carry for Uranus too,
Yeah,
so you're right.
Because even if they did play Granger in the previous game, I doubt they'd want that up against this lineup. So, whoa!
Loyi on mid and
Whoa.
carry on the gold.
Super Prince Loyi. Like these two mid laners, if there's anything about them, they're both like
Yeah.
Loyi
They are
specialists.
Louis
But they
specialists.
used to be, especially when Louis was present every game a few seasons
Yeah.
back.
So funny that we actually saw the Louis pop up yesterday in the game with Omega and RORA, right? And
That was fun.
Paired up with the Ryzen's Fanny.
That was
And
fun.
it was one of the reasons I feel like really why they were able to go ahead and beat the defending world champion. So let's see this last pick right now. For TL, they need their Roam, and they'll go with the Hylos. So marquee pick here, something that you usually expect for JP.
It's actually very good. The Hylos will actually keep you alive. It can also catch Dudley Magic with ease, especially since Revitalize is a thing. Elegant Gem on it will make sure it doesn't die right away.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, it's a very good hero for protecting, which JP really likes to do.
Yeah, he's got to be there for this lineup to work. But I will say this is kind of scary for ONIC because we spend a lot of time talking about the gold laners coming to this matchup. Well, Teddy is going to be steady in this one. He's got his hero that he needs to make this work, but also the composition for TLPH is really well rounded out. But I will say this, ONIC can get an early start with a Harley, having the Loyi there, that Super Prince pick that he just loves. He can play the macro to this.
Wait, could there be a combo between
The Harley and the
Space
Loyi?
Escape and the Loyi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually possible.
If Claude can do it,
Pretty
why
easy
wouldn't
to do.
Harley?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you can BMI, why can't you? You're space traveling in both ways. So if you can't,
You're bending space and time.
I will mauled.
That's right. So let's see if that's going to happen here. We haven't seen that at all, actually.
Oh,
See what happens. Whoa.
Revitalize already forced out. That's a very aggressive start for Team Liquid and ONIC.
Yeah, one thing to note, junglers not getting invaded as much. They're more protective right now. Both of these junglers are really running for that level 4.
Yeah, they're going for it, but they're gonna poke down back and forth here. Kirk, get a couple shots, and yeah, there's the yin-yang interaction again with this Louis. So they'll stop that in tracks. No early burnt flickers aside from the gold lane where Severo looked like he had to go ahead and burn his earlier on in the laning phase.
Yeah.
And so pretty steady right now in this gold lane.
Sad we didn't get to see how that happened, but let's just leave it to the gold laners and their micro going on. So
They're still duking it out. I mean, he's so aggressive there. You can see them just battling out. Gonna go ahead and pick up these defensive boots first off.
And I don't mind this tempo especially. What we're seeing here is obviously Carl TZ will try to maybe get something done. He wants to get that level of advantage. That's King Kong's instinct as well, but this and this hero, he actually will be able to go for an earlier gank.
Yep.
But there's just very few places to gank here, actually, for both of these junglers. It's so hard to gank the XP. Mid lane's very controlled. The gold lane is also very far away from rotation.
Yeah.
So we'll probably just see all the action erupt on this turtle.
Yeah, for the objectives right now, and that's why, you know, but Deadly Magic? JP could be in trouble.
He doesn't have the revitalize, and that's gonna be first blood for ONIC here. That kill went over to Brusco.
And the kill went over, but it looks like TLPH still wants to go into contest with Carl TZ here.
Whoa.
Just shot off with a Queller. Oh!
Oh, that's a touch from Carl! Touches the Throne of Ruin. Now could they still go for the fight? Sanford looking at these targets. Knock up from Sanji! And Carl TZ with a double kill straight into the purple buff.
Yeah, that was crazy. Sanji doing much of the heavy lifting in terms of damage. Sanford up on front, keeping him alive. Such good dynamics from those three players in that instance.
And that's 2 kills in the hands of Carl TZ. You know, he doesn't have the Sky Piercer just yet, but he's definitely building into it. And, you know, that's one of the things, man. You get this Suyo off to a start. Sanford's feeling
that's
pretty
early.
good. Yeah, he's because it's one of those things where the scaling, look at this.
Oh.
And he still doesn't have a Sky Piercer just yet.
It's a 3-0 Suyo in the early game.
Oh my goodness, you don't want to see that.
No,
You
not
don't
if,
want to see that if you're ONIC.
not if it's Carl, because you give him a level advantage. You give him more leeway to just keep going at those objective fights.
Yeah, you don't want to be an item behind, especially if it's a Harley versus a Suyo.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. Whoa, no. Sanford, is he going to survive?
Is he
It looks
alive?
like- Oh, good pickoff. Coming out, they needed to find an answer. I think, you know, Sanford, you got to check your recalls a little bit now, too.
What is with these XP laners?
They felt the heat, man. They're like, you know what? We've had enough of this. We're going to take him out. So Sanford even burned the flicker there, but that was just a whole bunch of bodies looking like they're going to go for Brusco.
Okay, could they trade it down here? Yes, they will.
Carl T's like, man, JP, I need the stack. I just built the Sky Piercer.
Serves it on a silver platter,
That's
right
probably how
in
the
your
comes
face.
in. Yeah.
I like that. Well, and what shocked me is how easy they were able to pull it off. So if you're ONIC in your mind right now, you cannot be isolated. The moment you get isolated, there's probably Carl T's on the side trying to get some damage into you, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, Brusco is here. ONIC's definitely gonna stop the stampede right now because it's definitely starting. They're in a trot for TLPH. Little diversion is gonna be used.
Where'd they go?
They do have
Down the
info,
mid.
though.
Right on the mid.
Okay, Kirk still catches up with the Throne of Ruin, but Sanji's ready with that Crimson Beacon. Kirk now getting shredded. Carl TZ! Now that's a stack.
Yep, and this is just, again, continued snowball, not just for Carl Teasy, but for Team Liquid as they go ahead and have a clear way for the second turtle.
Man, the ball is rolling and Carl Teasy is feeling it on the Suyo. Again, one of the most prolific assassin players in the game, not even just in the league, probably in the whole world.
Yeah.
So we're seeing basically a masterclass of how to play a Suyo here.
Oh, this is just so sad for a Khalid.
Oh,
it's
no,
just
Brusco.
so sad for a Khalid roam.
Okay, he's gonna be able to heal, but man, this is, yeah, it doesn't feel good to be in this position if you're Brusco because you're trying to even just simply provide vision and your life is on the line just trying to do that.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
all you're doing.
Okay, Sanford again.
Flicker already used. Throne of Ruin once again. That's going to be 4 members on Sanford. Now TLPH trying to look for the engage. It's going to be Kirk. Knocked up first. Is quite tempting, but not in front of Carl.
And they're not done. They're not done. They're chasing. And again, there's just not much you can do since you already used up all your ultimates on Sanford.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
Sanford is definitely taking the attention of ONIC. They're just throwing so much at him. And it's kind of his job, on this, especially on this Uranus. You know, just take what you can, make them use their battle spells and ultimates.
And then just come in and sweep in. Your teammate's going to sweep in and save the day for you.
Yeah, and that's when you just type worth.
Yeah, the recalls have probably something to do with it.
Yeah, probably got a little bit of, you know.
What's the recall
I'm
do?
looking for the giggle.
The giggle factor. Okay,
I was looking for that word.
Well, let's just wait for the diversion, please. Come on, okay?
All right, there's the
We
diversion.
have not seen a good diversion yet, have we?
Oh,
Now
they
we
actually
might.
sent it up here. They're going to go for Sanford again. Whoa, the sidestep. I've seen it before.
No way.
That's Gigil. So
That's Gigil, bro.
if you're wondering what Rockhart was mentioning, that right there is Gigil.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't know if you want to keep doing that, though, because right now ONIC might be looking for an angle. Liquid will still be quick enough to escape.
Force the flicker out.
And I guess this is the 3rd turtle that'll just go over to Liquid as they seemingly try to go for a mini fight, but it's not really going to break out into anything.
All right, let's talk about this then, because right now they're in full stampede mode. TLPH is just controlling everything, taking whatever they want. Where does ONIC find that window? Where do they find this opportunity, Rockhart, to get themselves back into this game? Because even looking at the graph, it's so there for TLPH.
The biggest way they can actually get back into this one is a really, really good Deadly Magic and a Throne of Ruin from Kirk on the back line. Carl TZ is very good at that. You kind of have to bypass Sanji. You have to take a fight that Sanji is in a very bad range to do anything. Because right now, low-key, Sanji is probably the biggest damage dealer onto Team Liquid right now. If we can see that graph anytime soon, maybe aside from Carl TZ.
Oh, there's a Throne of Ruin.
Whoa, there's just something about Carl and his ability to dodge these Throne of Ruins. Every single time Kirk tries to go for the setup, Carl is just ready to dash away from it.
Oh, man, he's trying to just limit test the stacks on the Sky Piercer right now.
Deadly.
And this is what we talk about, guys. This is exactly why leading into the matchup, we talked about Claude for Teddy and why it's allowed to be steady Teddy.
Steady Teddy.
He's just been doing his thing, farming up. You know, he's going to be up there near Carl Teasy, who's 5-0, but Teddy has just been farming up. He hasn't had to do anything but just stay in the lane, do his thing. And eventually, when ONIC does decide, okay, we need to turn this around and fight, that's where Teddy comes in. And Carl Teasy is just going to be also trying to get that proc off with the Sky Piercer.
Yeah, the biggest shock for me is they're not really doing much about Teddy. ONIC feels like they're just more focused on just surviving and not dying, and maybe trying to buy some time for Savero to get into play. But right now, Teddy is getting left unchecked for a majority of the game.
I mean, how do you do that if you're being constantly in check by the high loss?
Yeah.
You see the Uranus just recalling in front of your face, and it's just these two heroes that are required for Liquid to keep ONIC in check, and that's not helping the kind of playstyle we're used to seeing from the Sonics.
Teddy going in, keeping that Lord in check, and it's just going to be taken down very, very quickly. The Divine Glaive is picked up now by King Kong, but Lord is secured now for Team Liquid, and this will get even more crucial fighting against Team Liquid. Ice Queen Wand now in the hands of Sanji.
Yep.
So trying to get away is going to be a little bit more difficult because you're slowed down. And so Team Liquid, with this kind of lead, with this kind of advantage, can actually force themselves potentially into the base. I don't think they're going to obviously win off the first Lord push. We still have the Holy Defenses to take into check here, but ONIC might be forced into a fight that they don't want to take.
Oh,
Deadly Magic is used.
And Sanji's fine here. JP going up with that carpet, just pushing him back. And they still have a Lord Wave.
Okay. That's a Malefic gun already Malefic Roar already secured here by Carl Teasy. Oh, I just imagine the damage he could throw out if he actually finds either King Kong, Super Prince, or Savero.
I think even for Savero, this is like, you know, has he had enough time to come online on this carry right now? But even if he has the items, I think more than ever, the difficult part is actually getting into these team fights because you know, Carry obviously doesn't have that much range. He's only got a Golden Staff and a Corrosive Scythe, so he doesn't even have that little defensiveness that he needs, usually to win the nature, or at least something, even to stay alive.
We're definitely waiting for that Malefic gun.
Yeah.
Right? That's that fourth item. It's taking so long.
It's way too long. The shields are going to drop.
Sanji, he just decided to go in. That's the Throne of Ruin from Kirk. Could they find something out of this? But Carl instead just goes for the monster kill. Kirk still looking for, or is trying to sustain, but instead just becomes a double kill for Carl once again. It's at 7-0-1.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like there's anything that King Kong could have actually done more or even better. Same with Super Friends, right? Because Super Friends just feels like it's just so hard to do anything as a low Yi, except maybe for teleporting to their back line. But the front line is just being ignored here. The front-loaded damage from ONIC is not making a mark to the armor of TL.
Yeah.
Look at the base turret. So middle and top base turrets go down. Sanford completely fine. Hasn't really had to do much this whole game except die a couple times when ONIC decided to throw themselves at him, but they might want to take this last base turret down. Oh boy. Oh, they want to fight.
Yeah, they're going to take these heroes one by one. It's going to be Kirk first. Fortunately, he's a bit tanky, so Team Liquid and Philippines aren't able to deal with him just yet. But now they are. Legendary for Carl on this Suyo. There goes the recalls. King Kong already have HP with just a single Queller, and there's a minion inside the base.
Another.
Brusco not able to sustain.
That might be the end. They know this wave's pushing down the mid.
Yep, they have a wave accompanying them. A flicker from 40. Now it's Teddy just locking on the base, and Liquid are taking this series. It's a sweep for the Cavalry.
That was just instrumental, surgical here for TLPH. Didn't even have a team fight at the very end.
Man, a sweep is not what I expected here for our Golden Rivalry. But you can see how happy they feel about it. Team Liquid now sitting at 7-0.
Yeah.
The first half of the regular season, they just ran through everybody.
Clean.
It's a perfect first half.
Yeah. I might actually have to side with the hot take from Joshy Takes.
The Joshy take.
The Joshy take of if they went 7-0,
They're going 14-0.
they might go 14-0 here, man.
Sounds very accurate. The way that they actually dominated ONIC, especially in this one,
Yeah.
it didn't feel like there was a pushback. If you notice in that last one, it was just they were picking off targets one by one. There was very few options for ONIC to actually fight back.
Trying to deal with eventually a 9-0 or an 8-0 Carl TZ Suyo stacked up out of his mind. Like, what do you do? What do you do in that situation but just like hope you don't die?
Hope you don't die.
But like Brusco, man, like think about their tankiest members over on ONIC lineup.
Yeah.
Brusco felt like paper.
No, because we weren't even able to see what the idea for the Luyi was. At most, they just use it to push waves on the sides of the map. But to make or go for surprise plays, I don't think we saw any of that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like a really big 5-man teleport behind Carl TZ while he's taking a Lord. That did not happen at all here.
And at some point, even if they did had teleported, I think everybody just would have died to the Queller or the
They didn't have the
Sever or
firepower.
something, man. Yeah, there's just... And that's why I was wondering, like, where was that window? Where was that opportunity for ONIC to get back into this game? Because like you guys mentioned, I think Louis Yi as well just doesn't have that damage profile that you would see from other mages right now. But let's go ahead and throw it over on stage here for our winning interview with TLPH.
And with that, the Golden Rivalry ends with a 2-0 sweep in favor of Team Liquid Philippines. And you know, Teddy, I want to ask, how was your first Golden Rivalry match?
Ano po? Okay lang po kasi medyo nakaka-pressure nung una pero okay naman po kasi experience din.
And speaking of pressure, nabanggit na sa Vero na siya ang pressure. Na-pressure ka ba sa match lane-up nyo?
Hindi naman po. Mas na-pressure ako kay Carl.
Bakit? Curious kami, bakit ka na-pressure kay Carl? Bakit?
Carl TZ is the pressure.
Ayan! So we have a new narrative. Sa Vero isn't the pressure, Carl TZ is.
Sino ba sa tingin nyo ang talagang pressure? Carl TZ, pinapressure mo ba yan?
Hindi po lagi ko lang pong pinagsasabihan sa mga kailangan gawin ganun.
Okay, being the senior in the team. Pero ngayon, gusto lang din muna natin kausapin si Sanji. Sanji, kayo yung team na bukod tangi na hindi mapabagsak in the first half of the regular season. Tingin mo ba ganito na yung magiging takbo ng buong team nyo sa buong regular season?
Sa tingin ko, oo naman kasi pero one game at a time pa rin po kami.
You believe so na kayang-kaya ng TLPH i-keep yung momentum? At ano sa tingin nyo yung meron kayo na wala sa ibang team kung bakit ganito kayo kalakas?
May Singaporean coach kami.
Uy! Yung nasa likod. Hello! He credits you for their win streak. So what can you say about that?
It's a team effort.
Team effort. So humble of you. But now, I want to ask also, Sanford, parang nung nag-Freya ka, meron kang ginagawa na naman na post, ha? You're brave enough doon sa team fight nyo sa Game 1. Pati nga ng post, pag nanalo. Yes! Got it.
Talagang yun na yung post. Pero Sanford, we wanna ask, speaking of win streak, next up is again RORA, another rivalry. So may message ka ba sa RORA? And of course, ang ka-matchup mo na si Edwin.
Good luck lang and sana bigay niyo na sa amin to.
Ipapamigay nga ba ang panalong yun, Thea? But now, let's see who our match MVP is. Our match MVP is Carl TZ! Carl TZ! On point yung mga pa-Lord steal mo, especially nung Game 1. And talaga namang kapag match nyo, matik, punong-puno yung side nyo. What do you want to say sa lahat ng supporters ng TLPH?
Sobrang thank you kasi lagi kayo nakasupport sa amin. And sana supportahan nyo lang kami lagi, gagalingan pa namin.
Once again, you may now take a bow and your victory walk.
MPL Arena, make some noise once again for Team Liquid Philippines!
Grabing simula ng ending ng ating Week 4 na Golden Rivalry and it ended up up with a 2-0 sweep, and we'll find out how that happened as we throw it back to our panel.
Call TC. That the music just every single time gets
so fun.
Maybe that's their buff. Maybe that's their buff.
Speaking of buff, let me just fix my glasses here a little bit.
All right, there you go. Congratulations, Carl Teasy, by the way, match MVP, because damn, what a performance. 9-0-1 on the suit. Yo!
He's a match MVP and game 2 MVP. How could he not? He's a 9-0-1 Suyo. He didn't even get the first few Skypiercer stacks hard, but
not even his full potential.
He was 3-0 before he got the Skypiercer.
Yeah, crazy. And 100% kill participation just means Carl Teasy was in every fight. The GPM almost reaching 1,000, almost unheard of.
You don't see that often anymore.
It's just so rare now, especially for junglers who just have so much pressure being thrown over to them. Usually those almost 1,000 GPM goes to the gold laners, but this game, Carl Teasy was everywhere. He was relentless. It was actually so hard to find a fight where Carl Teasy could do no wrong. Enemies weren't always dying immediately, but they were leaving the fights with maybe 10% HP, and it was just insane to fight. I personally would not have been able to play if Carl T was doing that to me over and over again all game long.
Dude, ONIC didn't get to play.
I would just choose to not fight against Carl TZ. And he would
Like if you just had a choice.
What?
You know, like you're like, yeah, I don't want to play. If you're ONIC, you're just like, nah. Like if you're any team going against Carl
Can we ban the person?
Anyone want to swap roles today?
They tried to ban the person too.
They tried to ban the person.
They tried to ban like a lot of the other junglers are still available there, but
I think it was funny too because at the end there, you know, because coming into this match, we really highlighted the gold laners and Teddy just. I mean, at the end, he had 3 assists, and then he was just like, you know what? You guys do your thing. I'm going to lock on the base.
He's just so happy. He was just so happy to be there. That's what it feels like.
That's what I'm saying. It's steady. He's steady Teddy, especially when he gets the Claude.
He's always smiling, by the way, if you guys don't notice.
Yeah.
He's always smiling.
I think he's just happy to be here, you know?
He's smiling even when he's pressured by Carl TZ.
Yeah.
Because he is the pressure.
For him, Carl TZ.
You can't take the pressure, man. You know?
We're already building it for Severo.
We're building it for Severo. What are you doing, bro?
Severo, by the way, started that. It was in his first interview where I don't know if he actually intended it or not at the time, but it stuck.
It sounds like a translation thing, right?
Yeah, it could have been a translation thing because he mentioned that he was the pressure. And then he did actually end up saying it, I think, in their last match with their interview, where he's like, yeah, I'm the pressure. But he didn't really get to do anything. Honestly, it wasn't even just a Severo thing. It was just the entirety of ONIC didn't get to play because of the way that Team Liquid just stampeded them, man. This is a 12-minute game, guys. Like, this is
12 minutes.
About as dominant as it can get. And Team Liquid has done that multiple times against multiple teams. So, I don't know. Maybe teams will figure something out in the second half of the regular season. But real quick, let's go ahead and listen in on our Infinix mic check to see how this sounded for TL.
Mag-blink out pa. Pwede natin ito alis. Gold Ringer. Hindi bumalik. Bukas ng pinger. Kaya. Ay, Paul, go for it. Tundra muna. Basag mid. Walang blinker alis. Go nyo, pre. Louie, blinker. Walang blinker, pre. Alis muna. Walang blinker alis. Patay tangat pa lang. Okay lang. Cruiser. Ingat ulit top 10. Okay, copy. As long as makaka-trade kayo, pre, okay lang ako mamatay. Wala dyan sa bro. Wala. Tara. Louie. Blinker na. Okay, Kaya, boys. Kaya. Pat. Ali. Boy pa ako. Muna. Boy. Back him na. Wala ko tingin. Pa ako, pre. I-double backward. Wala nang vacuum. Okay na to. Beam may auto ko. Tayo. Lagna tayo. Takbuhan na yan. Tapos na to, pre. KB ah. Uwi na ako ah. Pag yun masyado. Wag yun. Pre, chill. Lord tayo, Lord. Dirty. Maray. Ay, pilit. Tinakali. Dito. Peace out. Kalit mo na. Pwede pa isa. GG, boys. Tara.
Basic!
That's our Infinix mic check. What did he say at the end?
I couldn't.
Nice G?
Nice G.
Nice G.
And that's the only thing he said because he was just like.
I have a favor. Please rewind the whole thing.
Yeah.
Teddy didn't move all.
Watch Teddy.
Watch Teddy, please.
You guys can also watch the Athena Cup right now. The battlefield is set. We officially have the top 10 teams locked in for Season 2.
Yep, huge congrats to our qualified teams, Ren, X-Touch, TNC Kaiserin, Deity, Voltes PH, RV Mate, and Ubex. They now join our direct invites, Navi, TL Academy, Wings PH, and Minerva Empress.
And of course, there isn't a local, this is only for local supremacy. They're gonna have a chance to reach MWI and be seen on the global stage. So catch the action on MPLPH's official social media pages.
Good luck to the women teams out there. Hopefully we get to see them all for MWI. Now also the wait is over. The MCGG Rising Stars Season 5 is officially back. And the stakes have never been higher.
We've got the top 8 contenders from 8 divisions all vying for that #1 spot. Will the fan favorite division take the crown, or are we in for another legendary dark horse upset?
She could probably do the voiceover for that.
It
all comes down to this. So catch the semifinals on April 25 and the grand final on April 26. Official MLBB social media platforms. Check it out, guys. Tune in and witness history.
And I'll be casting that. So if you guys are looking for me next week, I'll be casting MCGG Saturday and Sunday. Now also, the Ultimate Glow Up has officially arrived. The first ever Legend Skin exclusive Radiant kits are finally live.
We're talking about an upgrade for Freya's Galactic Vanquisher, Johnson's Sovereign of Realms, Alpha's Revenant of Roses, and the iconic Saber codenamed Storm. The effects are on a whole different level.
Right? Open up your MLBB app, go to see those new animations. I know you'll be tempted to buy them all. Grab your own Radiant kit today.
I just got mine today.
For Gord, I'm assuming.
No, so he doesn't. That's the insane thing. He doesn't have it. I got the one for the Alpha.
Yeah.
So hopefully Gord gets his, but also super fans. Soon. You know that we've already reached 11 million claims for the Sex Bomb Battle mode. Keep the Get Out energy alive and complete your 5-day logins to claim the Get Out Battle mode for free. Is today the last day?
I think it is.
I think today might be the last day. I just got mine today.
Good job.
I got mine yesterday.
Thank you.
No, we all have it.
We all have it. Very good.
Nice.
Very good.
They look like this, by the way. Get Out. So if you want to spam this, go for it. That wraps up our Golden Rivalry match. We still have one more match for you guys after this. There's going to be a bit of a break because this was a sweep. So, you know, Sunday. So I hope you guys go ahead and get your food ready. It is around dinner time or so for some people out there. So grab your dinner. We still have a second match later on. We'll be back after this, but we're going to throw it on stage real quick for a little interview.
MPL Chala, are you ready for the day? I don't want you to have FOMO. That's why, to those who are watching from home, we have a little side report for you. That's TLPH getting a sweep against ONIC Philippines. And let me know in the chat, what do you want to know about the happenings in the MLBB world? Okay. Let's see in the chat. Oh, it's MPL ID. Okay, from MPL ID, mga team din sa Golden Rivalry ang naglalaro. And that's ONIC, laban sa kabalyero ng TLID. Swinip din na Kelra at Kyrie kanina matapos ang Week 4 sa tutok ng standings. At may laban din sa ang kababayan nating sina Eman sa BTR kontra RRQ. Pati na rin sina Baloyski laban sa Dewa United Esports. Okay, Chad, what do you want me to play next? MPL NY? Okay. There's 2 matches scheduled for MPL Malaysia Season 17. The reverse sweep naman ng Invictus Gaming, ang team race sa unang series para umangat ng bahagya sa standings. At ngayon naman, ginaganap na ang laban ng Team Flash kontra Team Vamos. And good luck, have fun to our Filipino imports, Kurt TZ and Hades. Meanwhile, on a different side of the world, it's MSL Thailand. Success ang opening day ng MSL Thailand Season 1 kahapon. 4 na laban ang nakaschedule ngayon, starting with Buriram United Esports kontra Hydra Esports, followed by Tenacity and Solix. Irana versus Valley Thai Esports at Full Sense naman versus ACT Esports Club. Okay? Balik na tayo sa Islang Pantropiko. Yung pinakamalakas para tuldukan ang ating Week 4, we have here APBR going up against the world champions of Aurora Gaming PH. And that's what we have here from MPL PH. I hope you don't have a FOMO. Back to you guys. And don't miss out what's happening here at MPL Philippines Season 17.
Welcome back to MPL Philippines Season 17, live from Victoria Sports Tower. We're down to our last match of Week 4, and it's a reunion of sorts for members of APBR and members of Aurora Gaming as old friends collide on the Land of Dawn. Will we have another sweep on our hands, or will former Raiders bring us the distance here? If you're just joining us, the last series was the Golden Rivalry, and it ended in a sweep. No one to stop Team Liquid's dominance just yet, setting at 7-0. Now welcome to the panel. It's me, Naisu, here on the English desk with Brigitte Rockhart, and over on the Filipino desk.
At syempre kami pa rin ang inyong mga kasama. Umi kasama dito si Burrito at si Josh X para yatid sa inyong action.
Now today, this matchup to round out the midpoint. This is the headline here for us. Everybody knows it. The Raiders reunite. I'm a former big Raider fan myself. I don't know if anyone else shares that with me.
What do you mean, formers?
I still am.
I still am,
but there's no more Raiders. There's no more RSG.
In a way, you still are because you follow whichever team they're currently in. So.
But they're spread out. They're spread out.
Yeah, so you're a fan of every single one of them.
Technically, ganun pa rin yun. Ako nga, may chinelas ako ng...
Goated merch line, by the way. Marami pang iba. Sana may mga chinelas din yung Liquid ONIC, di ba pa?
Hey, you know what? They had a towel, they had a keychain. I think I actually have everything. So that's how much of a Raider I was. But also, I think this matchup is a big match for a lot of people. After, if you caught the match last night, RORA's match against Smart Omega.
Yes.
We have to say it for what it was. You know, it was an underdog story for Smart Omega, and they beat the defending world champions. Any thoughts on that, Burrito?
Para sa akin, nagulat din ako eh. Game number 1, nung game number 1 nila, dominating 15k gold lead. And para bang may something na spice or yung laso ng barangay biglang nanalasa nung game number 2. Lalo na nung game number 3, di ba?
Yeah, feeling ko ang MVP doon para si Tanod number 1. Shoutout sa'yo kung nanonood ka ngayon. Si Kuya Tanod number 1 ang talagang nagbigay ng panalo for game number 2.
The Ghost of QC.
Cavite, pare. Cavite. Oy, hindi Ghost of QC si Ryzen na. Taga silang Cavite. Ghost of sila.
Okay. Mabuti nang na-clarify. But it was really a very surprising turn of events. I was also casting MSL Thailand yesterday. It was open sa laptop ko sa gilid.
So you had it on the other monitor.
Yeah, and I think I did a mini scream mid-cast just because I realized that Omega was actually winning against Aurora in that game number 3, and it was a Fanny. So I think that was one of the highlights in that particular game, in that particular series. It's just such a surprise. And I know pinag-usapan natin yung late game last one, but I thought it was gone for a while now. And I don't think it's even late game na.
That was the question we had. Like,
kailangan sumabay na sa early game?
Yeah.
Na ba?
It's a different Smart Omega, I'd say. Just like a lot of teams had to change and adapt. But to get some more insight on this matchup, let's go ahead and take a listen in on our video that we have here for the teams.
Siguro yung mga banding namin outside games kasi sobrang solid ng banding namin outside game kasama si Coach G tsaka yung ibang mga players kasi si Coach G rin yung isa sa mga nag-guide sa amin tuwing lumalabas kami. Ayun, kahit sobrang lala ng mga saran, hindi pa rin nagkakapikunan, ganun. Sobrang solid.
Yung mga memories na yun is special para sa akin, like core memory siya kasi yung mga during times na nag-champion kami, MSC and then MPL. So sobrang, it means a lot for me. And syempre yung mga nakabanding ko rin sila lahat, like si Coach G and Coach Panda naging father figure sa akin. I mean sa amin lahat as a team. And then kay Aqua na sobrang kulit and sobrang taas ng mechanics at the same time pinaka-poging tao na kilala ko. And kay Kite naman sobrang siya yung like nag-act ng leader type sa amin nung panahon ng RSG, ng mga days namin. And sobrang nakakamiss balik-balikan yun. Kaso memories na lang talaga eh.
Good luck sa inyo kung nasan man kayo ngayon. Good luck sa inyo mga sari-sarili ng team. Galingan nyo palagi. May the best team win na lang sa inyo. Bahala na kayo dyan. Yun.
Good luck sa match nyo bukas. Aqua and then Light and then Demon Kite. Good luck sa match nyo. Galingan nyo. Di ko alam kung sino i-root ko sa inyo eh, pero hirap eh. Si Aqua na lang kasi champion na rin naman na kayo. Okay, Leon, si Aqua na lang manalo.
And there we have it, your former And we have here Demon Kite, Light, and Aqua. Ano yung masasabi nyo dun sa mensahe ng mga former teammates? Yung nakakamiss, no? Yung dating RSG na buo. O ikaw daw yung pinaka-pogi, sabi ni Nats.
Si Nats yun, si Nats.
Si Nats, anong feels nung napanood niyo yung mensahe nila?
Plastic po talaga, hindi yung totoo yung sinasabi. Joke lang. Yun naman, namimiss ko. Since matagal na rin kami hindi nagkikita, tapos wala si Nats, gano'n. Tapos si Eman, iniwan ko na doon sa Indonesia. Ayun, nakamiss na.
How about you, Demon Kite? Ano naman sasagot mo dun sa message na yon?
Thank you kasi kahit magkakaiba na kami ng teams or nasa iba't ibang lugar kami, sinusuportahan pa rin namin isa't isa. And miss na miss pa na sila, lalo na makakampi ulit sila.
And you know, before we proceed to your match, meron kaming mga pictures na ipapakita sa inyo dito sa likod. And gusto lang namin na mag-share kayo ng mga memories, mga favorite memories nyo during that time na kinuha yung picture. So, ito yung una.
Okay, yung first na yan, ikaw naman na nasa gitna, Light. Ano ba yung ma-share mo sa amin dyan na core memory nyo? Naalala natin, parang Kings of Sea talaga kayo dyan.
Ano ba? Siguro yun yung core memories dyan is yung nakapag-dominate, gano'n. Kasi hindi ko ina-expect yun na makapag-dominate. Kasi bago pa lang ako, tapos nakakailang season pa lang. Tapos nung sumama ako sa kanila, naging okay yung chemistry namin.
Wow, may sinasabi si Aqua eh. Ano yan, Demon Kite? Ano yan? Okay, so picture number 2 naman tayo. Kasi alam natin na namimiss din yan ang ating mga super fans.
So yung unang picture, this is MPLPH Season 9. Now the second one is MSC 2022. Parang ibabato yung trophy.
Tawang-tawa ha, Demon Kite ha? Tawang-tawa ka ha? Bakit?
Kasi talagang mainit sa venue kasi yung mga fans kasi that time parang may pagka-trash talker din. So ayun, gigil lang.
Papalag naman na pumalag talagang Pilipinas.
Lagi namang pumapalag ang Pilipinas. But let's go to the third picture naman.
How about the third photo?
Yan. Ang third picture natin is galing sa MPLI
2023. Kasama niyo pa dyan si Coach Theo na alam natin na namimiss din ang buong team niyo. Ano ba yung core memory niyo dyan sa picture na yan, Aqua?
Seryoso lang kami dyan, tapos nag-enjoy.
Parang ito na yung last dance niyo as Raiders as a whole, di ba? Bago kayo tuluyang maghiwa-hiwalay.
Apo.
And for you guys, ano ba yung pinaka-favorite nyo talaga na moment bilang Raiders? Ikaw, Light, ano yung favorite mo?
Favorite na moment ko yung laging pag maglalaban yung RSG tsaka Echo.
Okay. Sobrang talaga. High talaga ng energy kapag yun ang ating pinapanood. And message nyo naman for each other. Demon Kite, give a message to Aqua. Dahil kayo'y magkatapat ngayon.
Good luck, Dad. Huwag kang magpapa-aura sa akin na.
Ano naman sagot mo doon?
Oo. Naaurahan ka ba dyan?
Oo. Huwag kayo mang aura.
Okay, wag daw kayo mag-aurahan. And this is Aurora Gaming versus APBR.
And in just a few minutes, we'll be starting our match and we'll throw it back to our casters.
Thank you so much, Odin, Thea, and of course the boys there, the Raiders reunite. Can I just share my core memory? That was my first international, so I was there. And Demon Kite is right, man. The audience was heavily intense because you had a big split, but they held the Filipino flag high. Yep, and I'll never forget that. Naf's holding the trophy afterwards. But let's go ahead and talk about the keys to victory here for both the teams to get the victory. Josh Cakes.
Let's talk about APBR. Teleport or split plays can mess RORA's box. This is what happened during their match against Omega kagabi lang o kahapon lang. Yung teleport ng Louie, yung split na ginagawa ni Ryzen, nagiging useless yung ginagawang box ng Aurora dahil doon sa ang dami nilang kailangan i-cover. And next one is they have to leverage KLVJ's and James Bank's signature picks. If they want to fight for it, they need to fight for it. And if not, they need to find another na same ng aggression na kayang ibigay ng mga Sora, ng mga Suyu na hindi na nila nakukuha.
Yeah, and for RORA, it's pretty basic. I think both of these are just basically telling you to play very aggressive. We want Demon Kite maybe back on the Fanny. I want to see that. And of course, play fast, river control, because that's what Aurora's been doing. That's why they've been winning a lot, is because of these really fast rotation, literally choking out the jungle of their opponents.
The jungle is going to be where we're going to be, I think, one of the lanes we're going to focus on, because the fight for the Suyo, we just saw that in the hands of Carl TZ, just stacking up on the Skypiercer. I think both the junglers, Demon Kai and, of course, James Panks, will be contesting that. The Harley as well, but there's just so much to break down, I feel like, between both these teams.
Yeah, definitely. And both junglers here, very talented. So I'm expecting na wala makakahawak ng Suyu sa laban na to. Unless ipa-first pick natin. But then again, when you first pick Suyu, kadalasan handa yung kabila.
Oo, kahapon nakita din natin yun, no? Kay Demon Kite. Na doon ko nga na-discover at na-realize na okay, naintindihan na nila, mag-Skypiercer na tayo. Pinauso kasi ni James Panksian at ngayon yung makakaharap ni DK ang talagang nagpauso ng Skypiercer. Tingnan natin.
And just to add to how teams are starting to be prepared for this Suyo pick, just earlier, I believe we saw that Suyo in the hands of King Kong defeated by Team Liquid as well. Although you could say na they were in control of majority of the game. There are just some ways you could play around it, and that's why I like how we put so much emphasis in terms of the macro if you are going up against Aurora. Because yesterday, it was so obvious that it was the solution Omega figured out against them.
Yeah, I mean, Carl TZ technically used the Suyo in game 2. It's like,
yeah. It was just everywhere. But the macro, I think that's the biggest lesson learned for RORA yesterday, because that's why it's a key to victory. The ability to bring up the Luyi, for example. I know it didn't work too well the previous match, but it can still work. You play the macro level, you make RORA think twice about, you know, staying too built up together, that Ube strat or their version of it. There's a lot here at play, but we first got to go ahead and welcome out the teams for our matchup. We'll see them, and let's welcome to the stage.
To ensure the integrity of the game, welcome our marshals, Patrick, JD, Dujin, and Miko. They're hungry to end the slide and steady the hive. Bees, magingay para sa inyong APBR! The Northern Lights return to break the slump and remind us that they are the reigning, defending champions of the world. Stand up for Aurora Gaming Philippines! Joining us on stage, our head referee, the Chop Master, Sit. And our coach is Coach G and Coach Master the Basics, who will come out as victors in the reunion of the Raiders. Ito na ang huling laban sa week number 4. Super fans, mag-ingay!
Here we go. We're ready to go ahead and close out week 4 with this matchup. Let's go ahead and walk in APBR.
All right. I wish we saw Coach G alongside the Raiders when they were on stage. Actually, now I just realized. But yeah, focusing on APBR right now, I definitely would want to focus a bit more on our second key to victory. It's to see a bit more of the signature KLVJ and James Panks comfort picks. I think they weren't able to get a hold of a lot of their signature picks in their past few matches, and that actually impacted the way the games turned out so much.
Yeah, and that impact really is something that is going to have to get dealt with here by Aurora Gaming. Again, despite the track record right now of APBR, I feel like they still have the most prolific players in some of these heroes. I think, yeah, everyone's on that Suyo, I know, but don't forget, don't sleep on Aqua as well.
Yep, Aqua definitely a big part of this. I think APBR, though, they've got to find the synergy that they are capable of. I think that's the biggest thing. But I think you can also say the same for RORA, especially off of the performances that we've seen lately for them. They're just trying to get this, I don't know if it's a slump or what, but we got to see if the defending world champions can find that groove they've been looking for so far throughout this first half of the season. Because you don't want to end on a loss here going into the second half for neither of these teams. But let's go ahead and listen on in to the Smart 5G ping test for our teams.
So mag-day off ni KLBJ, guys. Ay, wala ba? Sino lalaban? 1v1 gold lane.
Kala Aqua, good luck sa inyo, boy. Tsaka kay Coach G, mga brothers natin yan from another team. Kahit na magkalaban kami, bigay pa rin lahat. Gagalingan namin kasi both naman kami nag-struggle. So, yun, may the best team win na lang, boys. Good luck sa atin, bro. Miss you all.
Boss D, bigay mo na please. Bigay mo na sa amin to. May world champ ka naman eh. Kahit ngayon lang. Isa lang oh. Kahit ngayon lang, birthday ko naman, Boss D. Mag-rock ka na lang, Boss D sa amin. Next week, papakalbo na ako.
Hindi na tayo pinapansin ni Aqua kahit eh.
Ayun lang, Messi, Boss D. Good luck.
Oo, hindi na ako pinapansin ni Aqua. Nakangiti lang. Okay lang. Hindi ka na nakamansin, pre.
Wala namang ganyan, Boss D. Nang-aura ka agad eh.
Ayun na, tinitingnan na, tinatawanan ako. Wala na. Kaya ako, kalimatan na lang tayo.
Chill ka lang, Boss D. Next week na kayo bungawi, ha?
Ha? Bawi ba tayo eh? Hindi na lang. Sila na bahala. Uy, ang longkot niyan. All good things come to an end.
And that is our smart 5G ping test. A little back and forth between former teammates, the Rome and Mid back on RSG Philippines. That's Light and Aqua. And, you know, the chemistry's still there, even though they're on the opposite ends this time.
Yeah, I agree. You know there's still chemistry because they don't necessarily hear each other, but...
The connection.
The connection, the conversation was actually...
With their eyes.
Connected. Okay, so...
That was telepathic. I didn't even know it's Aqua's birthday.
Wait, is it really his birthday?
He said it. I don't...
Or is he just saying that so he kind of like...
The birthday buff in a way.
He's fishing for it.
He said he's going to shave his head, by the way.
Huh?
That's what he said. He's going to shave his head next week.
I also don't know why.
I don't know why, but that's I'm just letting the viewers know out there.
All right.
That don't understand Tagalog.
You know how to... You did it to someone we're very close to.
I did. That's why I saved Joshy Cakes earlier on, before you said something he might regret. Putting a dare out there.
Nice save, by the way.
You're welcome. I've seen it a couple times now, and I don't want someone to walk down that path. But let's go ahead and talk about this potential draft that we could see in Game 1. I think part of this is, number one, the contest for the Suyo, like we mentioned. Either that's going to be banned now or it's going to be Prio. Not only that, but also you have the potential for both these Rome players, Nova and Light. Okay, there it is, automatically banned. Yeah, RORA's going to be on the blue, and then you have APBR on the red. And because the Jushin is also banned, I'm wondering, is this just going to be a priority for potentially a Harley? Like, even the fan.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's from last night, man.
Saying these things.
Because even when ONIC prioritized the Harley, the teams were just... I think it's a hero that you could just draft against.
It's so easy to actually just control it, especially in the mid game.
Especially if you see it first, if you see it prio. So maybe we could revert back to the more the safer options, I guess. I don't know if Aurora just really want to go for the Valentina route, but if ever they don't. Yeah, I'm wondering if the Sora is gonna come through because we were talking about comfort picks earlier too, and I believe KLVJ would really want to get his hands on that.
Yeah, I feel like we've been glazing over the XP picks for like the past 3 weeks or so. So I think we're absolutely it's absolutely about time that we actually just focus on mid. And Rome, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like the Light has been one of the biggest instruments why Aurora was the champion in the first place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Rome picks are really high up in the air here. Get that Kalea out. I feel like the Grok is also, you got to watch out for that. Although it won't get banned.
Yeah.
Highly doubt it's going to get banned. But those are the picks that really makes it for Light.
Yeah.
You just got to prepare for it.
If APBR are looking to secure at least that hero for KLVJ though, could they ban the Valentina here or
Sora?
Just
maybe.
Sora, if it's not banned out, potential trade can either be RORA will tell us a lot if they're going to go for the Valentina Prio, or it's going to be the Harley, because that's kind of what we've seen too, or they go for a potential. Okay, there's a Phobius ban. We'll see. This will tell us a lot though, because there's a really good answer from APBR in that first phase.
That's looking like a Harith pick for APBR.
For Shizu.
Yeah, for Shizu. which I think they were able to play relatively well also. But what is the cryo first? Oh,
Baksha!
Demon Kite on the Baksha, right?
Wow. I was gonna say he was actually a Fredrin man, and I was hoping for him to be my Fanny. But you know what, Baksha, we can't forget that, because it's banned so often.
It's either banned or it's just like people don't want to play it.
Yeah.
Like there's the other thing, you know. But yeah, Baksha's ban rate is pretty high. So they actually go in and pick it up first pick. This also just allows Aurora to build a lineup based off that. And just if you have that jungler that can rotate around the map pretty quickly, even on broken walls, that's going to be great. So we expect the sword to pick up. So I almost thought that RORA would want the Valentina.
Yeah, same.
But this is a very Aqua pick. Like, he is one of the guys that just goes for the Valentina, especially if they're on the blue side.
Exactly.
They'll go for it. So anyway, they get a Sora and a Valentina.
It's excellent. That Valentina kind of just discourages a lot of picks over here for RORA, but will actually discourage an Eve here, which will kind of get dove a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen the jungle pick. Probably will do a lot of assassination. So you're kind of just discouraging a mid pick here, or maybe forcing a mid pick, which will actually benefit AP Bren as well.
Yeah, which I think if you do have to worry about whatever the jungler is gonna be, but that's what I was trying to go for. You know it's a Baksha, so it'll be okay to throw out at least another carry hero in mid, which is going to be the Kimmy. And you see the Lapu. I just have this feeling that Edward is going to be very locked in in this series.
They look mad. You know what? That's actually we've seen that from Aurora for a lot, especially if they lose a game.
That's what we were saying yesterday.
Oh my goodness, good luck to you.
Yesterday, game 1, before they got reverse swept by Smart Omega, that's exactly what we were saying on broadcast. We were like, they came in very serious. Even the fan base of Aurora, the lights came in very serious. They were locked in game 1, but then for some reason, and I know the Tagalog broadcast commented on this a little bit, it was the dance off that we had, the number 1 Panod from Barangay Omega, who gave them the dance buff. Because after that, I'm telling you, Smart Omega played completely different in game 2 and 3. So hopefully Aurora has come in, locked in for this. Their first phase of the draft is actually really good, but you can also look at AP Bren and say they got their picks that they really wanted. Aqua playing the Valentina will take what he wants in terms of ultimates, depending on the last 2 picks for Aurora, but not only that, you get a Sora for Kill VJ.
Yeah.
And that is great set potential, but you're dueling potential already with your first 3 picks, especially early game where we usually see the most action in the mid lane. This is such a threat, man. Like, Khalid Valentina could potentially get an early first blood snowball for AP Bren.
Yeah, I was about to actually pivot into that carry ban. I knew that it was gonna get banned out completely because you want to be sure the Baksha is gonna be able to do crazy stuff without getting punished. And now even a Claude will actually have a hard time here. They can leave the Claude open, maybe just ban out another mid lane hero. Or sorry, another jungle hero.
Another jungle.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Because the only remaining gold laners for Shizu at this point, the Harith is still available, like we pointed out. But then, given that they're on a Valentina pick, you might need a bit more range. So we're also looking at the other marksmen that are still available if you want to make up for range. So far, they're taking out the Cho. Okay, that's a lot of roamers out for light, but the Grok is still there. So, yeah, there's a Valentina. So even if you pick up the Grok, they'll be okay because they'll have a tech charge for their own.
Yeah, they can play around that. There's just the last ban here for Aurora. Do they still target Shizu? He might just end up picking the Harith like mentioned before.
That's an easy go-to. But again, your damage profile is probably going to be majority magic.
Too much magic.
Yeah, except for the Sora. So you will want to have like a really solid gold lane that isn't magic here for this lineup, maybe.
Well,
Claude's banned out as well.
They're narrowing those options, yeah.
They're okay with it because again, the range problem is going to be there. So, I mean, Aurora too, they basically have a Kimmy. We don't know what the gold laner is going to be just yet, but they could still switch things up. But if AP Bren lock in the Harith here, you pretty much know where the main damage is going to come from. Unless...
Are they forcing YSS? For AP Bren, maybe? A gold YSS?
Gold, yeah.
Maybe.
But it might be even better if they decide to put that in the hands of Shizu.
But are they going utility jungler then? Or Harley?
Feels wrong, doesn't it?
Well, what else do you have? You know, you got Fred, you got the okay. There's a YSS as you mentioned, Rockhart. So that comes through. But yeah, what do they put in the jungle then?
I think Brigid is right. Utility jungle might be it's the logical thing to put here.
Like, is it just Fred?
But you're giving it to James Banks, really? You want to give that guy utility jungler?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That might be the move here from RORA, saying, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna put the man with a million moves on a utility. Oh, they'll go to Granger and got a counter. Granger's rising in stock. It's picked up now.
Yeah.
6 times, was it?
Third Granger in a straight series.
Yeah.
3 series that has a Granger on it.
And it's the Gatot Kimi all. Oh!
Of course he's not gonna play utility.
Of course he's not gonna play utility,
bro.
Gonna bring a new hero out. Brings out the joy. First one of season 17.
Excellent.
Let us know. Scan the QR code right here, superfans. Get a chance to win 1,000 MLBB diamonds. This is your opportunity. You have other opportunities too. We're giving away 1,000 MLBB diamonds in different ways. Well, this one happens every match. Look at the prediction here from the superfans out right now. 77% for Aurora. Heavily in favor for them. And I have to say, like, both sides of this equation need the win here. AP Brent, especially, even RORA. They definitely need a win, but look at this. The composition, at least right now, is leaning towards AP Brent.
Yeah, it feels like they have more affinity to go for early kills. I think they're a very early to mid-game centric lineup. Their late game might be lacking though, so that's something that maybe Aurora can have in the bag this time around.
I cannot believe we are entering this series with both teams only at 2 wins each for the first half of the season. Not something you would expect, especially from Aurora, so it means this is gonna be the deal breaker for both Aurora and AP Bren.
I would say it's gonna set their pace for the second half of the regular season.
Yep.
And, you know, I really do feel like, oh, that was stolen and taken.
Uh-oh.
Shizu. Well, man, that sucks for Demon Kites.
There's just no other way around it, bro.
There's no other way to say it. Shizu's like, let me just trot on over here, and boom, I'll take the purple.
Who would have thought it would be a gold laner invading the purple? Okay, but that's at least a flicker already.
Team Kite's mad.
Okay.
Team Kite, oh yeah, I would be so mad if that was me.
Yeah,
and now he's gonna be a little bit more delayed, especially in this coming turtle.
It also makes it harder for Domin Kite in a way, because this matchup already, usually YSS is pretty favored in the gold lane matchups. So now that he's got a purple buff, gives him a bit more of an upper hand. They're going to focus here in the mid lane. James Banks is just around the corner. Doesn't have a level 4 just yet. Domin Kite will get out just in time. He'll be fine. So no first blood going, but I mean, you can already see this small little gold lead that's building up for AP Bren. This will actually set them in a pretty good position for that turtle, but I think Demon Kite even himself, once he gets this level 4, you can see he's nearly, what is it, it's about a level behind right now against James Banks.
Yeah.
So he's got to catch up to actually get into that first turtle.
The bigger one is on the gold lane, actually. Shizu got so much gold.
Yeah, I know they look like very small things, but they feel huge, especially for Aurora, in terms of them being able to set things up for the first part of this game. Edward already very low on this Lapu-Lapu, also using the Bravest Fighter, so that means... Oh my goodness, look at AP Bren. They clearly have control of the start.
This is why, you know, these small things that you see happen in the beginning minutes of the game do compound. They do add up. And so giving a team like this, AP Bren, who has a lineup that should be able to shine, especially with a lead like this early on, they can make something happen. No one's gone down yet, but you know, they are ahead of RORA, and RORA has to kind of catch up. That's why we see them trying to make plays here.
Okay, they're gonna try and go for Nova. Still has the Wick Sandguard in the flicker, so he'll be okay. Still no kills on the board.
Yeah, that was closer though, because I feel like we kind of sometimes we forget there's like really strong anti-heal built in onto the Baksha. So this Khalid will actually suffer more and more as this game goes by. That might be a little bit of a ticket or a license here for Aurora to make more aggressive plays.
KLVJ missed this hero. It's too obvious. Yue is first blood. And oh my goodness, who would have thought that KLVJ would actually be joining that? Oh, look at that combo! Shocker boats and the Raging Sandstorm.
Wow, James Banks gets a double, picks up a Genius One already, and Shizu rushed the Hunter Strike. He went for that first item because he had such an advantage in the gold lane, and that's why you're seeing the members of RORA get melted down before they can even react.
And in these last few team fights, we didn't even see the Rim of Joy, the electrifying beats used up properly. It was like a fadeaway. So the majority of the damage actually is coming over from Aqua, from KLVJ and Nova, Shizu as well.
That's why we were saying, you know, that combo that is deadly, just with the Khalid and the Valentina, but then you allow a hero like this, a Joy that we have not seen in the season just yet until now, that James Banks brings it to the table. You kind of remember, you know, how much damage Joy can do, and now it's going to work synergistically because you have the Genius Wand. You're able to go ahead and pop the electrifying beats. You can get into the fight of RORA and let the team capitalize on it. So RORA's got no option but to just take this objective. We'll see if the rotate happens fast enough.
Mountain Shocker already used light, trying to zone, but James Banks still makes it. That's the AOG, but it's KLVJ with the last hit on the objective, and he gets taken out by Aurora.
Turtle for a kill, I'll probably take that any day, especially right now. And not to mention, your gold laner is actually getting a lot of free takes. Although there is still really good pressure coming in from RORA right now, it's getting mitigated. We're seeing Nova and Aqua just in tandem.
Yep.
Making sure no invades happen.
RORA's job right now is to also take care of Doming Kite. He just did pick up the Sky Piercer. They have some ground to cover still, down about almost 2,000 gold at this point, but as long as Doming Kite farms up, catches up a bit in the gold, you can see he's still about 500 gold behind, but you know, we've seen this with Grangers before. They're definitely going to have to build up. And then once they start getting those stacks, that's where they become dangerous. So AP Bren needs to continue to play into this advantage that they have. Aqua will go ahead and pick up a glowing wand, so that'll help deal with some of that sustainability that comes also with a Gatakacha on your side with a Revitalize.
Something really interesting for me, though, is the fact that we don't really get to see Edward rotating out of his lane that much. I don't know if it's just KLVJ really doing a great job at holding him down, because look at where KLVJ is. It's not even in the EXP lane.
He's trying to help out here a lot. I don't know what they're trying to do in terms of just leaving Edward. It's weird that Edward's usually the guy who left in the lane. I normally see him the one cutting and then rotating to the fight.
Yeah.
That's not happening here.
Yeah, I think he kind of knows the assignment right now because they're playing on the back foot this early on, that Edward just needs to go ahead and get farmed up to a point where he's kind of that bruiser, you know, for the team, because Demon Kite as well. Eventually they'll be there. Him, Demon Kite, and Light will be such a big part of this front-to-back composition where they provide space to Demon Kite. And Yue as well, like we've seen with Akimi a lot of times. You know, you're just playing for that traction pulse, and the damage is respectable from Akimi itself, but they're really, the job here for Rora's lineup is let Demon Kite get to where he needs to be. This next turtle, last one of the game, comes up here. RORA wants to go ahead and get this one. They're all in position. Now AP Bren, how do they respond? Nova spotting out RORA here. Mountain Shocker used as well. Oh,
That's a traction pulse. Dodged by KLVJ here. Finally, the bravest fighter coming in from Edward, and now Aurora secured the turtle. KLVJ, he gets to survive that. AOG doesn't land. Nova looking like the next target. That's a stun from the last shaker, and Edward will be finding that kill.
Yeah, we're really seeing the punish here coming in from that Baksha. The Khalid just cannot withstand the amount of pressure, and the healing is not catching up.
So that lead that AP Brent had is gone. That's a big pendulum swing now in favor for RORA at this point. 7:15 into this game. And we'll put them in a position to actually go ahead and secure a Lord once it comes up. So now AP Brent is the ones in the position where, you know, they were throwing so much at RORA, but now they have to be a little more decisive.
Yep.
So I'm also, one thing I'm looking at, oh, Edward, 1v2.
Oh, he wants to go for Shizu, but that's two members. Oh! The dodge from Shizu! Edward gets outplayed by two!
That was athletic. That's what I like to call the athletic flicker.
I was still a 1v3 though, so.
Okay, yeah, it was 3.
Hey, he's a brave fighter for a reason.
Brave fighter.
You know, he tried.
And the problem is, while all that's happening, obviously Shizu got a kill. Dominkite actually received 3 lanes worth of minions, plus a tower on the bottom side of the map. So it's not like they just gave up Edward.
Yeah.
They got it. They did it for a reason as well. So seeing the gold here, I think we are gonna see the Granger a lot more comfortable in the next few minutes. Core items locked in, Hunter Strike as well as the Sky Piercer, so he's fine. Just don't die. But look at this.
Oh! Okay, that did not land, but look at... Oh, KLVJ the king! Every single time he could look for a setup, he's gonna go for it, and now it's James Banks! Finding you in the back lines, Lance Shaker committed here. But that's a copied bravest fighter by Aqua.
There you go. Well, that was my question earlier. I'm wondering what ultimates Aqua would go ahead and take, but hey, APBR fights back. They counterpunch into RORA themselves. And this is going to be an interesting lore take once they decide to go for it. Light trying to hold on to that tier 1 up top for RORA. Meanwhile, James Pang's going to go ahead and grab his purple buff, most likely orange, and then lead into this Lord. So Demon Kite and the rest of RORA got to be ready for this fight. Yue doesn't have a flicker, neither does Demon Kite.
Yeah.
Something to take note of here, but neither does KillVJ or Nova. So some big battle spells for both centers on both sides. This is just going to be a full-out brawl for the Lord.
Yeah, this is a literal dance. You can't shortcut or anything here. You can't flicker forward. Has to be very honest. They will try to go for an honest fight here.
They're going to go for it. Light spots him out.
Light might go for the stun. The top lands and he steals the Lord away from APBR. Shizu kills Light, but then could they find more? It's going to be KLVJ next on the chopping block. The Doming Kite picks up the kill, and now it's Aurora going for the chase.
What is up with the retries here today? I am just seeing non-stop non-junglers taking our main objectives, and it's really helping out for Aurora, especially in the chaos. Doming is just on a free-hitting spree.
Yep, gets a stack. That's something he's definitely going to need, but great job there by Light. I'm not sure if we're going to see them get to the base turrets or the holy shields
Probably
down.
not quite yet.
Yeah, because APBR, it's not like they're down massively. They can actually still fight and hold Aurora here. So they'll do just that. Oh, shifting sides.
Demon Kite gets caught under the turret now, and there goes the Raging Sandstorm, landing on Yue! But the flicker! He's still alive! He's being chased now by Aqua and James Pax, and James Pax is currently on a mega kill, but Doming Kite gets traded down. That's an AOG2 coming from Light, and APBR are going to disengage.
A great response from APBR, even dealing with the Lord. They'll find the perfect targets in Yue and Doming Kite to take them out.
Yeah, APBR definitely doing the right steps here. Although with that last engagement, I think RORA is flexing. You know what? Try to go for a 5v5 brawl with us. You're probably not going to come out on top. So they do still have a lot of that firepower, especially when you're clumped up together. But APBR, they're dancing it beautifully.
It's all about how APBR utilizes the tools that they have here between a KillVJ, like we just saw, Nova as well, and also information given from Shizu with the Mountain Shocker. So there's always this opportunity for them to go ahead and have at least the visuals that they need to go ahead and set that up. Also, Aqua, again, on ultimates that he can take to go ahead and help them secure a team fight here. So APBR, I'd say, still in relative good grounds to contest, find a pick off if they can. I'm not sure if they want to actually, let's say, I don't want to say waste, but like if they want to use a flicker setup from Nova to try to get a pick off numbers advantage before the next Lord. That could be something, or they just go for taking out a tier 1 turret in the mid lane, at least to open up the map a little bit more for them, because they're so pushed forward towards their base right now, and they don't want to, it seems like they just don't want to overstep into Aurora's territory.
Yeah, this is basically APBR playing it a little bit more safer because they know they kind of just need more maybe gold or items onto Shizu so they can actually go ahead and demolish. James Pax looks really good right now as well. Watch out for that guy. He's going to be very electric, especially if Aurora make sure that they don't have like that crowd control to lock down this Joy.
Yeah, actually, even just looking at the items from James Pax, I feel like this is really enough to eliminate either Yue or Doming Kite once he actually gets access to them. And as you mentioned, the only means they could probably utilize to just prevent James Pax from going for that dive is either the stun on the back shield unity, which I don't know if you want to use defensively, or the taunt from Light if you're able to time it well enough.
Just those two. Or Bravest Fighter.
Or the Launcher from the Bravest Fighter. So.
Let's see. Aqua still looking for an ultimate to take, at least for now. The Lord's already at half health. Shizu's up towards his top side. I think he wants to go ahead and push that lane first, as he does. So he goes for that shot. Again, he can get here pretty quickly. It's just going to be a reset, though. So neither team, with as even as this is in terms of itemization and firepower on both sides, you can't overstep. But look at Aqua, look at Nova. There is a conceal. He's going to go ahead and use it.
Set. Oh, KLVJ now going for that set, and it's James Banks trying to provide the damage. The Lord is very low, and Demon Kite still secures it either way. KLVJ 2 with the stun from the Mountain Shocker, and they've surrounded Aurora. They find Demon Kite and Ewan, but the AOG from Light catches Shizo.
Oh, they're on the hunt for James Panks. They have a Lord to walk with. Can James Panks pop off with his million moves? Is he going to be able to escape this? Oh, they know. Light's charging up.
He's still gonna dash. He's still gonna find the target, but Dominic Kite has the damage.
No shake and bake here.
Man, no shake and bake. That is kind of sad to look at. But look at Domang, man. He's going bananas. He's doing it everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was a two-man setup. But the damage wasn't there. It was just Nova. And Dominic now on fire.
Oh, the Lord's going to go ahead and charge into the turret. So much just happened off this Lord take. They are most likely going to lose this turret unless they just don't push in any further. And we're jumping in. A couple shots from Dome and Kite.
What?
Oh, jump in.
What? Light actually still wants to
just
fight.
for the turret.
Okay.
All right. Excellent ISO play from AP Bren aside. That was actually just a really, really good Aurora disengage, and as well as a clutch retry from Demon Kite. Man, that looked so bad for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's good that Demon Kite was able to actually secure the Lord there, because it almost looked like for a second, too, that AP Bren was just going to clearly win that fight. I don't know if we'll get a replay on it, but Nova actually tried to zone out Demon Kite. And unfortunately for him, you know, the team just ended up losing the fight. Maybe the Raging Sandstorm could have worked better if he was able to use it a little bit sooner.
He went the long way around.
He went the long way.
Around the rock.
Yeah.
They got to surround Aurora, but maybe that wasn't the best position to be in for a lot of these players that we saw earlier. But
yeah, and the follow-up by Light as well with the AOG. You guys saw that?
Yep, to go ahead and help Dome and Kite secure the kill again.
That's crazy.
He's got stacks now. That's the danger area. Edward's going to jump forward, gets the stun. Shaker on kill VJ, but again, he's going to be fine. And so it's just, it's just testing the waters here from Aurora.
Yeah, the big, the silver lining here for AP Bren is they can still kind of access most of their jungle. Unlike some teams or unlike some matchups where your jungle is completely off limits now.
Yeah.
They can kind of just get stuff in. James Banks also hasn't quite reached his ceiling yet.
Yep.
I think he's on 4 items. Double checking. Yes, he's on 4 items right now. So he's not quite there yet on the damage department. And that's unfortunate because he's like the major damage dealer aside from Shizo.
Yeah. Shizo, at this point, he doesn't even seem to be prioritizing joining team fights just yet. I think there is a bit more focus on still, of course, getting in that farm. Because either way, if you use the Mountain Shocker, you get that slight speed up, so it'll be a lot easier for you to catch up anyway. And you're the guy assigned to just do this kind of strategy, similar to what we see from ONIC a lot of times when Savero is on the Yisun Shin. But Aurora are actually bursting the lore right now. It does get reset. They need a bit more info.
Shizo's pretty far from this one. He's coming from the back.
Oh, KLVJ, he wants to go for the stun. He doesn't use it though. And they're actually after the hero. But Yue and Dominicai can handle themselves. AP Bren, they don't find the targets that they want.
What a traction pulse.
The double marksman is doing it.
Yep.
Jumping from light.
Now it's Shizo, one of the
Shizo.
marksmen. And the placements won't save him there. Dominicai is unstoppable. James Banks gets stunned, gets to use the electrifying beats. But look at Dominicai shaking and baking, as you mentioned right there.
There it is. They're going to work on the mid turret. They're looking to end the game.
They stun Aqua. Now it's godlike and a 17-minute game for the Northern Lights.
That's not bad at all. As you can see, Aurora, they took the long way around, but they got to it eventually. It's 1-0 against AP Bren.
RORA.
RORA.
Took them a bit to come online, but man, they did it, and that's another Granger game getting a win here. Big shout out to Leo, man. I don't know how he just ended up singing on the broadcast. He's the one that usually does that.
Just shaking and bacon.
Yeah, shaking and bacon. That's what that was.
And he suddenly sings.
Yeah, great game one that we had. Because gotta give it up to APBR. They started off strong. They had the right game plan. With an amazing purple steel start too for Shizu.
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately for them, they couldn't win the late game team fights, and that's where RORA is usually able to go ahead and lock back in. And as long as, I said this in the beginning of the game when we were early game, I said as long as they protect Dome and Kite, he's able to get to where he needs to be, gets the stacks, he's good. And that's exactly kind of what happened here as it unfolded throughout the game.
Yeah.
UA's Kimmy, by the way, allowed a lot of this to happen.
I can't believe we worried about them. I can't believe we were worried about these two marksmen in Aurora, because we saw it earlier. Even if you try to chase them down, they'll just kite you and throw their bullets at you, and they actually have enough damage to burst you.
Yeah, it just feels like it's a rubber band snapping back at you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it feels like when trying to chase him. By the way, I was checking Yue. He was actually fine, but look at this guy. Dominkai, MVP, very clean Granger game. Barely could be touched here as our MVP. 8-2-4. Didn't get full marks yet, but he's getting there.
I wonder how many stacks he ended up
Did
with.
he get 80?
Probably 40.
Because I think he picked up the Skypiercer just a little bit late. Because again, in the lane matchup, he was delayed against Shizu.
And he died too.
Yeah, and he died. But nonetheless, this is still Dominkai, one of the best gold laners in the league right now. I know they've been technically struggling in terms of his team, but still in the matchup, the positioning that you see Dominkai is able to pop off. You know, he can actually make it happen, but it was RORA as a team that allowed him the space to make this happen.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the story that we're seeing for a lot of Grangers. If teams are going to go ahead and pick him, you got to go ahead and be able to utilize him in this way. And so this was just a really well complemented draft from RORA to allow Dominkai to get this MVP performance. And, you know, even starting off with the back foot, like, commendable to them, staying alive through a lot of the set potential too that came with having a Sora, a Raging Sandstorm even from Nova there, depending what Aqua decided to take even.
Yeah, is Granger actually back now? Because
he feels like he's kind of back.
Yeah, we saw
Feels
it.
like it, doesn't it?
There you go. Look at the highlight.
Beautiful. As a Granger, 491 games right now. I'm reaching 500 tomorrow.
491, so you're shooting for 500.
Yeah, so he's playing at least 9 games tomorrow. Okay.
I have to say that it's really good, and as well, by the way, let's not underestimate Yue.
Yes.
He was 0-free. He was 0-free, huh?
Yeah.
And then I checked, I looked behind, he did not even build Skypiercer. He actually adjusted the build. He did not need the kills. He was burning. He was glowing wand with everything.
Yeah.
He was just supporting. He knew he needed to give the reins over to Dominkai.
Yeah. And I think from the very beginning, it was a setup for Dominkai all along, honestly. The backshot pick and it felt as if we were asking a bit more from Edward, but he did show up later on too.
Yeah.
I think if I were APBR, I would feel deceived because.
You'd feel deceived?
Yeah, no, I feel like, they're playing very passive. We could just keep going at them or something like that. We're not seeing Edward actually do Edward things, so we could just keep playing aggressive, but they were all just trying to set up for Yue and Dominkai, or specifically Dominkai, to scale up this far and to keep kiting them towards their trap.
Yeah.
And that is what cost APBR this game.
I guess hence the name Dominkai. There was a beautiful kite game.
Just kiting them.
Only kiting actually for today, at least for this game.
I never got to ask them how he came up with Dominkai, or if it simply was just because Demonkai already had his name. And you know,
maybe you should guess them in the podcast and ask them.
I don't know if they have enough English in the bank, man. Like, you know, they're great to talk to and briefly and everything, but I feel like at some point they're just like, wala nang Tagalog or wala nang English go. Nosebleed go. I talk to them, you know, backstage and everything else when I see them, but I don't know if they could do a whole like 45-hour podcast. But I don't know. We'll see. But it's a great game.
Congratulations on your podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Check it out if you want to.
Yeah.
Now, also, by the way, I need to take a sip because
May I have one? Good
yes,
sir.
number one, It's really hot here because SIP purified water is filtered through volcanic rocks for a crisp, clean taste that quenches like no other. Quench that thirst, take that sip. I actually need that, guys, because I'll tell you what, it is very mainit here. It is very hot.
Very mainit.
And you see, the stage is also hot because you see the Max 5D on stage. That's clever engineering for you guys out there, keeping those teams locked in. No distractions, just pure performance. Brought to you by TT Racing Philippines. We have your back.
Yep.
Use Brigida's code.
Yeah, you can use my code.
What's your code?
If you want a 2,000 discount, I think that's Brigida 2,000.
2,000 pesos?
Hey, 2,000.
That's quite a bit of a discount, by the way. That's around like 40, 50 USD. So, you know, and also, if you guys thought you missed your shot, think again, because the Talent Academy registration has officially been extended until tomorrow, April 20.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Sheesh. We're still hunting for the next generation of voices, guys, to turn that passion into a profession. You got extra days to step up, be heard, and take your shot.
The door is still open. Go ahead, take my seat.
Hey!
Hey!
No, that's our coach, by the way.
Yes,
and
this was our coach.
And get those applications in. And we'll see you on the big stage.
I just want to go ahead and say that Brigida and I and
Burrito and
Joshi Cakes over there, we're all part of basically that funnel, that talent academy, that caster search over the years. And so maybe one of you guys watching out there, you know, you can join us and you can have people tell you to start the game.
Yeah. Bro, 4 out of 6 talents right now are from caster search.
Ooh.
Are on the desk right now.
That's true.
That's saying something.
Was there a time when everybody was? No, I don't think so.
Almost.
No.
Barely.
Almost, yeah, almost.
Almost.
Maybe someday. But, you know, yeah, Rockhart got to share a lot of his wisdom, a lot of his knowledge.
He was Coach Rockhart.
Coach Rockhart. This guy's
Yeah.
been a part of the season, the league, since season 1. The grandfather, if you will.
Reminding me.
The grandfather
So nice of you to remind me how old I am.
Hey, that's why they call me Nice You. The grandfather of English broadcasts, right here. I'll tell you what, you can learn a lot from Rockhart.
Yes.
And you know, he's got a ton of history. If I need to know something history, I ask Rockhart or Leo or Renmar. All right, let's look at this. The power pose. This is the smart power pose right now. That's Demon Kite. That's about as easy as it gets. This has to be one of the easiest smart power poses.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be involved.
Come on, come on.
It's a 1, and it's spaghetti pababa. Right?
Oh.
I know it.
I don't know if Demon Kite actually dances that, but okay. Oh, we have a face-off.
Oh, boy.
Face-off.
Uh-oh.
Hold that pose, hold that
Do
pose.
we need like a bigger smile or a smaller one?
I think we need
a slightly smaller one?
Oh, she won.
Oh, she won it. All right.
Okay.
Congratulations. I guess the big smile was good enough. No, she's like waving it. She's like, no, I don't.
No.
No, you won, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I think we're going to roll out the red carpet, by the way, because Superfans, did you know that men are 5 times more prone to dandruff? Don't let flakes or ruin your focus.
Wow, power up with Clear Man. Its triple cooling power gives you 100% dandruff-free hair for that ultimate fresh feeling. Supercharged with Clear.
And he's got that messy look that's very difficult to achieve.
Yeah.
And maintain.
Because throughout the day, you know, it's not perfectly combed, but that's how most men like it.
See, I can't even mess up my bangs like that.
Sheesh. K-pop.
I wonder how they get the guys to go to the red carpet. Like what is offered besides obviously Clear?
I
Like
think people just like to
exposure,
show it.
They just like to walk out on the red carpet. You know, if honestly I had the opportunity, I wouldn't take it. But that's just me. Now, also, here's
Isn't
our
that
headline.
like your job?
Yeah.
Nope, it's not. Not anymore. Light.
Like a model.
Demon
It
Kite,
is.
swing first. I'm ignoring the past. I'm ignoring the past. They swing first in the Raider reunion. Why do we have it? I'm looking at the graphic. Oh, there we go. I was like, I'm looking at the different graphic over here. We got this. What's going on here? This is which is the most hype match in MPLPH history?
We got a few contenders. FNOP RORA, obviously a grand finals contender.
Yeah.
One's right with that one. XNXP, bro!
Bro.
Right after the game, you go to Soknet and you go trash talk, no?
Oh my goodness. We even have ONIC PH versus Aurora in the S14 Grand Finals, and TLPH versus Falcons, the Titans of MLBB, the International Rivalry.
International rivalry. I don't know what the best is. What is the most hype?
That's hard to answer.
Man, that's a little hard to answer, bro.
Yeah.
What would the most hype? I feel like it has to. Like, do you also take in consideration the fan bases here? Like specifically the fan base plus the teams, or like the history of what they've gone through. Because, you know, even before we had like the Titans, right?
Yeah.
The Titan matchup, TLPH and Team Falcons before. Like there's so many good matchups. It's almost hard to decide which one is the most hype.
One of the most impactful for me is like Blacklist when they actually took the M3. That was like, I literally went off my seat there when that happened. That was insane.
I was watching
We
that.
lost our voices in that cast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's so many good matches, good rivalries that we get to see. I mean, even earlier, I was saying this on broadcast earlier, like you guys could see the MPL arena.
I missed the Titans too, the Titans matchup.
That's actually, I guess if you were to ask me, that might be my favorite.
The Titans was
of
your favorite?
MLBB.
Wasn't it usually TLPH though that was winning the Titan matchup? Or was it Team Falcons? Like, I don't know.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
It was a back and forth because they met in like different tournaments, and that was also memorable for me. Because same with you, I think that was your first international. Was also like.
Oh, you were there on
MSC.
site, right?
The Raiders.
Mine was the Raiders. Yours was?
Mine was my first international,
M6.
like flying out of the country's thingy was MSC. I was still in the Filipino broadcast at the time. It was the
they
first-
flew out?
Was it not M5? MSC?
No, well, I'm considering like the instance I flew.
You were
out
there on
of the-
and you could feel like
Oh, the Tagalog
match.
broadcast was in. Was this
It was-
Cambodia?
No, it was in Riyadh already.
Oh,
EWC.
MSC. Yeah.
EWC.
That's right.
So it was the era of the Titans of MLBB, and I just graduated, and it
Guys
was
blew
like,
the top off of that one. The arena was shaking.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
heard.
Gosh, there's so many good matches here. Let's go ahead and jump into game 2. Expanding Rivers is where we're going. Can the Rivers expand enough for AP Brent here?
Yeah. Nice one. I see what you saw. I see what you saw.
What did you see, Brigida?
Instant ban. Didn't even think about it. Just
we are never seeing Suyo again.
probably not.
What's your command? Never.
But
Okay.
the Fanny too. Wow.
I
A
think-
lot of respect.
No,
for
after
James
what happened yesterday, I understand why.
It's not only that, but it's also like it's James Panks. Like he likes the Fanny. And
He's an assassin guy.
would we still say though, like Ryzen is the best Fanny in the league?
At least for the last few weeks, yes.
I would have also suggested Saida, but we don't really get to
don't get
see
to see
it.
him, yeah.
So
Saida's more Hayabusa now, right?
yeah.
but
I mean,
when-
last season
even
he was
last
there.
season, yeah, last season's when Zaida got to play it. So I don't know. We'll see. Freya is going to be banned out here by AP Bren. We might potentially just see the priority again. Like, are they just going to go for the Baksha again?
Yeah.
To the Baksha. I don't mind that.
Honestly, I feel like AP Brent still got the heroes that they wanted anyway. They got both the Suyo and the Valentina. But Aurora just seemed to be okay with those trades. I feel like they're prepared for it either way because, again, they were able to last minute show us the Granger and play really well. So I'm wondering, Coach G, do they plan to change things up a bit? Because Aurora seemed to have read them out at least.
Damn, Coach G feels like he's having a bit of a tough time on this, actually. Making sure that, you know, players like Light can't be empowered. Again, I still can't believe the Grok just isn't getting touched here. I feel like that's such an underrated hero for Light.
Okay, Baksha still.
Baksha still.
And so does this mean you want to go ahead and like consider also not letting them get the Granger again?
Or
now actually Shizu can play that hero.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
He can.
Yeah.
Or do they want to do a similar front-to-back approach? Because the Joy just didn't work.
I actually think so. I think we kind of just can leave the mid lane for later. Because I know Aqua has like a deep ocean of heroes. Yeah, love that, Khalid. But again, it's gonna get
no Sora,
countered a little bit by the Baksha.
That's the reason, like, Joy's damage and everything else was still great. Like, that's usually what we expect from a Joy, but she just got blown up. Wait,
Yeah.
Joy is Joy a she or he?
Yeah, the Baksha plays.
It.
The Baksha was able to just like,
Yeah,
bump
like,
into the Joy.
bump into the Joy and you were dead.
It's such an underrated crowd control, isn't it? But it really puts you off your tempo.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Joy.
So are they going Gatot, Kimi again here, or the Lapu?
You could honestly
Lapu,
just take the
Kimi?
Kimi at least.
Yeah, just the Kimi.
Yep.
Lapu, Kimi.
Yeah,
It's the exact same!
Run it back. Deja vu.
I mean, if it worked, why not?
What was no? This is also
It was supposed to be the. It was
the
supposed to
Sora.
be Valentina Sora.
Yeah,
And then
Valentina
Colin.
They could still go Sora here though, but
It could just be the same, but
It's KL who's calling it, so maybe yes.
if that's the thing though, okay, yeah, it is. So if that's the case, then what you do need to change is change the jungle.
and the
You think?
or ban out. Nah, cause do we really ban the Granger now? I don't think it's a.
Is it super worthy? Because it wasn't like it was good at the late game, but it wasn't oppressive. I feel like it could have actually been handled.
So
if they went there a little early, if they ganked it earlier.
Okay.
I think in terms of like the speed of rotating, the Joy was able to do that too, but it's just really the damage. Yeah, I made Kalabityo because I saw something.
What did you see?
I'll show you if I see it again. But
What was it? Explain it.
You need to know.
Okay.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
Yeah. Oh, so now they take out. Will they go for the exact same bans?
RORA is basically just doing the same thing. Like, unless this is going to change at all, just expect to once again see the same answer. They're probably going to just go for the Granger. And Light, I don't know. Light could probably change things up if he wants to, but might not even be necessary.
I really like the Light-centric banning here. Another roam hero would actually be very good. Again, Light's such an underrated player when it comes to these. I just need one more pick-off hero.
That's not even a pick-off hero, but they ban it still.
Yeah.
They're okay with the Grok.
Grok is great, yeah. Grok is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Clans banned out. Are they just going to pick up
Jungle
now, or do they go for Shizu's pick?
Or
YSS again?
or Harith. Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Harley.
Game Spanx. All right, not bad.
Okay, I think this is at least better than the Joy.
Yeah.
In terms of like from start to finish. But the answer is going to be the Harith going over to Dome and Kite.
That's excellent.
And what, do they go
If
Grok?
it's Grok, oh
Grok. Just
man.
Grok it, bro. It's not hard to play Grok here.
Come on, Light. You're literally making the tech charge MO right now.
Yeah, their only consideration probably is just the Valentina, but
It's not. Whoa!
Oh, spicy!
Debut pick, one of my most played roams. Love to see it right here, Badang.
yeah, they
Badang.
they really don't want to give it to the Valentina, I guess. So Shizo, whatever Shizo's gonna pick is not gonna have a great time.
Moskov,
so-
YSS are the options right now. Maybe go for a gold. They need range, so they can't go fighter gold or anything.
Yeah.
So they need range. Obsidia could be forgiven, but it's gonna have a hard time.
Obsidia.
They're running out, basically. It's Moskov or YSS at this point.
He's probably just going to go Moskov. Unless because he doesn't go Granger, does he?
He could.
Yeah,
He could.
we said it a couple times even to Teddy,
No,
but he
it's
did. But
Moskov.
yeah, they're just
Moskov.
gonna be safe. Ah.
I am a little worried for AP Brent here, guys. I think their composition is very squishy.
It can fall apart pretty easily.
Very fast, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
And yeah, that's a problem for AP Brent because if they don't get the early game that they need and they get out farmed, oh no, Aurora. Now that they're on momentum, might just go for the sweep here.
Well, we did see them have momentum yesterday. They had a pretty decisive game one, and then things kind of slipped out of their hands. They got reverse swept, so AP Bren, there's still hope for them. They can still make this work. Maybe if they get an early start, like we got to see a glimpse of in game one, that's going to be best for them, especially having a Harley this time. So I think for James Banks, him alongside Aqua, they got to go ahead and make this work and get the snowball rolling for AP Bren for hopes to get to a game 3. We're jumping in the land of dawn. Let's see if it's going to be a sweep here for Aurora.
Yep.
It does feel like we are seeing a bit of a... It feels like APBR who's clinging to these very aggressive early game to mid game heroes, trying to get a very early advantage. And I think it did work, right? It did work last game. But now I don't know if that's going to be the same case, especially with a very aggressive anti-gank hero like a Badang.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why they picked this instead of the Grok. They want to discourage these early engagements, because if you get walled out very early on, sometimes there's just no going out. You're going to be forced to use a flicker, and then you're going to lose your advantage. So I really like what RORA's doing here.
Yeah, and they got the early game they won this time. Demon Kite not necessarily interrupted. And same as what he mentioned, you might feel a bit discouraged to just keep playing aggressive.
Like that!
Line up, right? And that's Nova. First blood for Aurora.
And that's why the Badang Roam works so well. It's such a good tempo breaker, and even when you're so used, because I mean, I don't know if Nova was just not expecting it, because he held on to the flicker too, you know? So he's like, yeah, I've done this many times. I can just quick sand guard it up, I'm gonna be fine. But then, because it's also a Boxia in the hands of Demon Kite, like he can rotate so quickly. And this being, you know, just a map that favors the rotations when you get to the expanding rivers portions of this. So they're off to an early start for RORA instead.
Yeah, I like that you said that with a little bit of a smirk before you said it. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what Badang does.
That's my guy. Again, it's because even Brigitte was mentioning, you know, these early to mid-game heroes that APBR likes to pick up. Well, Badang is just one of those heroes that goes and stops some of the tempo that is built around those kind of heroes in those compositions. We'll see how the response is. Light's actually pretty low here.
Yeah.
So they might have an upper hand.
KillVJ even still has his ultimate. Now they're blocking these entry points. KillVJ with a two-man set. Follow-up from Aqua, copying that Bravest Fighter with attraction pulls. Doesn't pull anyone in, but they're after Demon Kite. They just want to take the kill on Demon Kite. The SOD doesn't land, but still, Nova with the flicker now gets the job done. But Aurora are still not letting go of this turtle.
Yeah, very unfortunate as well. Missing on the SOD could have been pretty good for APBR, but they still go for it.
Yeah, James Panks gets to secure that. Raging Sandstorm stopping Aurora from going for the chase. APBR actually were able to get what they wanted.
Yeah, they went with a fight. Again, Light was really low before that fight broke out, and then they decided to, you know, just force Aurora into this position that they're not going to be comfortable in. They got an upper hand. They got taken. Demon Kite got taken care of. So good initiation and just fight from APBR to go ahead and showcase that. And if you look at how they're going to play into this, they look even to want to go up here top.
Demon Kite again is the target. Still has the Tortoise Passance and is gonna back to shield Unity his way out.
Yeah, they threw everything there, including the Retribution, and the box is fine. One of the reasons why box is just so good. By the way, UWhip, first item Piercer this time.
I saw that, yeah.
So that should be pretty good. That should be the big focus here. But then again, you can lose those stacks pretty easily against heroes like the Khalid, like this Sora. So eyes on the prize here if you're RORA. Make sure UWhip doesn't go down. But for APBR, that feels like it's a pretty good challenge. You got a Harley on your side, man.
Yeah, the Harley is going to be the one that RORA really has to watch out for, because it just seems like playing around a Harley, you know, keeping tabs on him. UA, that's kind of what he has to do. Whether he burns the flicker or not, James Panks always has the opportunity to go ahead and do that, you know.
That was nice.
Make things happen.
Yeah.
Small things.
Did he just retrieve the green cow?
He did. I don't know why that was. It's fine because there's no turtle for like 25 more seconds, so it's all good in the hood. Because I think he kind of feels that creeping gold, right? That RORA is starting to get. So James Panks, he's trying to do his very best with whatever resources he has to make sure that gold doesn't get out of hand. Currently at 1,000 right now for Aurora.
Look at Demon Kite right now, too. He's got his eyes on James Panks. So information there. James Panks picked up a Genius Wand. He holds on to his Retribution. Demon Kite's got his as well. And he's buffed up. He's not going to go ahead and grab his purple. He starts up the turtle instead. Meanwhile, James Panks is working on his. So he's going to have to go ahead and just try to blitz this down. That's what Demon Kite's trying to do.
Edward already half HP. Doesn't use the Bravest Fighter. Demon Kite just focused on the Retri. Now that's the Cloud Form already used by KillVJ.
Oh, Nova's on the backside.
Yeah, that's Nova all alone though. Does he have the damage? Might go for the kill on Edward, but gets stunned there by Demon Kite. Not even James Panks. He uses the Deadly Magic, but
Oh my goodness!
What?
Utilizing the Brave Smite. Oh!
Whoa! He flickered in, making
Light
sure
in
Light
trouble.
couldn't recall. That's the... Okay,
What?
space escape.
What?
Okay, James
Okay.
Fangs still secures the kill.
Can I just say, that was beautiful. Even in the very end, you saw Yue, he tried to catch the deadly magic with the
Yeah.
flicker to save Edward. What the heck is here? What's... so good.
Good way to survive. They still lost Light, but, you know, in that sense, probably better that Light does go down and RORA maintains what they can. But AP Brent, this is what I'm saying. You really have to watch out for James Panks depending on where he decides to go, how he decides to move. But it is going to be a split now, 1-1 on the Turtles here for both teams. Let's take a look at the items here before our next objective.
Yeah, the items really show that, you know what, it's a pretty even battle in most of the lanes here, so no one's actually getting behind too much. Shizo is, he did get a little bit of a farm time. See if he can use that here now that RORA is actually invading.
Yeah, and the difference is that Yue now prioritizing the Sky Piercer. He knows he's the guy to pick that up since Ramen Kite's on a Harith right now and Demon Kite's also on a utility jungle. Ooh, they're stealing resources away from James Panks.
So again, it's the small things. It's the battle of those small advantages that RORA is stealing from you one by one is actually going to add up as time goes by.
Yeah, but James Panks is ahead by 1 level still. So.
Yeah, he's been farming quite a bit, just trying to maintain a bit of a lead against Demon Kite.
Like a one-man army.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, that's one of the things he's got to do because you're not really going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Aurora's lineup with a Harley just yet. You're more so fighting around objectives. Nova's actually going to help with the damage department, picking up a Blade of Hepsi's. Ult's throwing out here by Aurora.
That was a fist crack already used by Light here. Nova already very low, set up from KLVJ, but he's all alone. Gets trapped in the wall too. But Yue! I need those stacks. I need those stacks.
Yeah, he wanted the stack. He got it.
He flickered for it, and he's actually really safe. RORA on the side are actually not quite done yet. Dominic, I think he will have the Zaman Force soon as well.
Oh, Nova, where do you go? Where do you go? He gets trapped again. And that's a free turret as well over to Aurora.
Oh, they're just taking what they want here at this point. This is why I was saying in the draft, you know, I'm a little worried about the lineup for AP Bren. You know, it's, oh, nope.
What?
You don't want to face check a Badang, bro.
Yeah, Aqua did have the bravest fighter, so he'll be fine. But again, echoing the sentiment here that AP Brent's lineup just might be a little bit too soft to deal with full-on team fights against RORA. And as the game continues on, you see the graph building up here. You see the lead for RORA. It's not going to get any better. That's the unfortunate thing. So at some point, you're looking at AP Bren. Shizu just now getting Golden Staff. He's already got the Corrosive Scythe, so he needs that one more item, that DHS, to lock in the Trinity here. But you're approaching almost the 9-minute mark. Lord's going to be up here shortly. And I don't know, I'm a little worried for AP Bren to go into a team fight and try to contest against RORA.
Because you see the template they usually do when there's a team fight, it's started by KLVJ. Not even Nova, because for some reason Nova has this weird assignment of just keeping Edward in check, or at least based on what I observed.
Or he's always at the backside.
Yeah, he's somewhere more visible to Aurora, so they're not as surprised as to when the setup is gonna come out. KLVJ is the main starter for the team fight.
They don't have a choice. James Panks can't do it. Again, Nova's trying to look for either Yue or Dominkai, which is very difficult, by the way. So you're right. It feels like KLVJ, the pressure is on this guy. And so far, it doesn't feel like he can quite do it, especially with the composition they have.
Okay. This is why I'm looking at how this is going to play out. Lord is up. AP Bren looks to want to go ahead and contest into this as they're on this side of the map. But they got to watch out for the collapse from RORA. Meanwhile, too, oh, they're going to go for it.
Oh, that's different. Now it's Nova starting things up, but Dominkite might just survive this. Still gets to regen some HP, and it's Edward using the bravest fighter going for the chase. Yue might get more stacks, and there you go. KLVJ is the only casualty after that.
It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt on Dominkite, but he survived.
Yeah, and I get it. It's almost, again, it feels like the game plan here for Nova is to look for Doming, but can you keep doing that? Now they have the turtle control, sorry, the Lord control.
Yeah, Nova can only watch. Oh, the SOD!
Good attempt.
Good attempt, good attempt.
At least Shizu is pushing in that tier 2. attempted to take the Lord with the steal with the SOD. Not going to happen. Tier 2 still going to stand, though, just barely as RORA goes and cleans out the last cannon minion there. So they've gotten themselves to the Lord now. They've got themselves ready to go ahead and march towards the base of AP Bren. Taking a look again at the items. AP Bren's defensive capabilities. How are they? They have a Mozkov, which can clear waves pretty well. They have the rest of this lineup, but are we looking at them buying more time? I would say almost roughly another 6 minutes or so.
He needs one more item. He complete that. He has 2.5 right now, basically. Gets to complete the Trinity plus maybe a Malefic Gun, and then it's go time. Wind of Nature is a necessity, but you can't have it.
Oh, they're going for Dominkite?
Yeah, they want Dominkite, but look at that trap from Light! He was prepared to save the day. Aqua now looking like the next target is a double kill for Dominic. Make it a triple as he finds kill VJ.
That is just that's a massacre right there, man. No other way to say it.
That hurt, man. If you're AP Bren and you see Light sitting there, they fall into the trap.
Demonkite just drove by them.
Yeah, he almost just drove by and said hi. That's what it felt like at that point. You're not going to go for my kite, brother. The top turret will fall. Are they looking to end here?
All right, they have waves coming in top and mid. Nova might try to work on this bottom lane, and they somehow still defend it. So AP Bren are still hanging on.
They're hanging on, but barely, man. At this point, 8,000 gold behind. None of these team fights are going their way. If you notice every single interaction we see, it's let me go ahead and throw out my deadly magic, hope that I get Dominkite, but at this point, it's getting even more difficult just to get Dominkite, because who else are you going to get over there?
It feels like most of it is just a long shot, right?
Oh, traction pulse! This big fist crack coming in from Light! There's the counter set from KLPJ and the Raging Sandstorm, but Edward is going to be okay to tank all the damage. They lost their minions and they'll have to walk out of this, but Aurora, they're all okay except from Light!
Even Demonkite taking a couple shots from the turret just to allow the rest of RORA to get on out there. A great initiation, forced one, with that Badang again from Light.
It's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day, but it's actually just enough to keep AP Bren on their toes. Just a reminder, yo, under your turret, it's not safe. We can do that again, and they're gonna wait for the next Lord to make it happen. Now that gold is actually quite gigantic, but I would say, there you go. I think, yeah, Malefic Gun is the next one for Shizu. He's very close. He can feel it, but then again, how is he going to survive the onslaught? I feel like the damage is way too much. You could get bursted in one go here. With the amount of gold and items that Aurora has already accumulated.
The amount of space you can cover with Light here is just insane to deal with for AP Bren, especially when he's got the flicker available. Luckily for them, he doesn't have it, but this is going to be a Lord just going to the hands. You can see Light given the information. They've got it complete control at this point, so still giving the information. I think he's gonna go for James Panks.
Oh, there you go, James Panks! He gets chain CC'd so hard, and I just have to say, Light on heroes like this who are just capable of disrupting the Badang, the Grok.
Yep.
It's such a great view.
Chef's kiss, 100%.
James Panks is just getting wrecked right now, and this might be the end here.
Uh-huh. Nova, what can he do? He still has the Raging Sandstorm, so they might try to go for something, but Light seems to be waiting for a conceal
He's waiting
play.
for his flicker.
Yeah, or the flicker. There you go. That's a conceal from Light. Looking for another target. Might go for the surprise. Two-man stun from UN. That's the Salmon Force already. Still no setup from Light, but there you go. And as we speak, it seems like Yue has only one thing in sight. It's the base as Aurora secure the sweep.
Excellence in their blood. RORA with another sweep in their belt here. Looking like they really shrugged off that loss yet last night. They look really good in this one.
The crowd feels it, and Aurora, they needed it here. The RSG, the Raider reunion, ends with a sweep for Light and Demonkite as they wave off to Aquaman. And again, Coach G over there for AP Bren 2. It was just, I don't know, I think it really just was the draft here, even before the game started.
Yeah.
It just wasn't it just wasn't the one for APBR. I think there was just too many things that they had to overcome with this draft, and you know, RORA knew exactly how to play it, how to make it work. And it almost just felt like towards the end there that APBR was tilted a bit, like just trying to get what they can, forgetting or at least not respecting the fact that Light was on a hero like Badang, and he was able to just wait in a bush while Domenkite does his thing. And whether he has a flicker or conceal or not, that's what Badang does. He sets things up like that. And we saw that so much. We saw this so much confidence that you have UA flickering forward just to get the stacks in a couple of those exchanges.
My favorite moment was when Domenkite was alone, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
And they tried to go, it's this one, look at this.
I've done that so many times for you guys, by the way, when we play our 5-man Archies. I know.
I thank you in advance.
I know.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just, it's my most played roam.
So you're saying you're like Light?
I was inspired by Light as a Raider. Yes, as a big Raider fan, I was inspired by Light. That is very true, Brita.
Okay.
I can believe that. But look at this, the chain CC. I felt so bad for James Banks in that moment.
Yeah, that's true.
This was definitely a brutal game for James Banks, man, and APBR in general. But congratulations to RORA. I can't wait to hear what they have to say over on stage. Let's go ahead and hear for our winning interview.
And with that 2-0 sweep, Aurora adds another win to their standings. And Domenkite, we want to know, you came from a loss, and now congratulations to the win. Ano yung feeling na tapos na yung slump?
Parang relieving lang siya, pero syempre, gagawin namin tong momentum as patungo sa mga next matches namin.
And earlier, nagkaroon ka ng reunion with your former RSG team members. How did that feel? Nakatulong ba magpa-motivate o nakapangpagigil ba sa game mo ngayon?
Actually, masaya lang ako kasi kumbaga, minsan lang kami nagkakausap and minsan ko lang sila nakikita. So, masaya lang makita sila.
And with that, gusto ko naman kausapin yung isang nag-perform very well in game number 2. That's you, Domenkite. Alam mo, Domenkite, nung game 2 nagwawala yung harit mo Kasi nung game 1 parang na-earlyhan kayo ng kabilang team which is APBR. What was going through your mind doon sa game 1?
Sa game 1 siguro po nung na-early kami, siguro pumasok po sa lahat ng isipan namin na composure lang, and alam din namin na kung kailan gagana yung hero namin nun.
At talagang gumana yung Granger mo in that game 1. Gigil na gigil. Coming into game 2, ano yung pinag-usapan nyo para maka-reset for another win?
Siguro po hindi naman po kami nagpaka-chill, like pinag-usapan pa rin po namin kung ano po yung prefer namin, and siguro para hindi na natin kami ulit ma-reverse sweep.
Okay. Yun ang dinala nyo for game number 2. And now, syempre, hindi na ko lalayo. Si Light, kausapin natin. Light, bakit natutulala ka ngayon? What are you feeling after this match? Ano yung iniisip mo? Parang malalim kasi yung iniisip mo ngayon.
Wala naman po. Wala naman. Wala naman, basta nanalo kayo.
Pero gusto ko lang din tanungin, no? Na-pressure ba kayo after that M7 win? Kasi obviously, hindi rin naman ito yung inaasahan nyo na nagkaroon kayo ng challenges in the first half of the regular season. Gaano ka ka-pressured or yung buong team coming into season 17?
Actually, hindi naman kasi once nung nag-champion kami, sinet ko na sa mindset ko na after naman ng M7, parang wala na yun Kaya back to pagiging challenger ulit sa parating na season.
So reset para sa inyo, even though nag-champion kayo, panibagong season, panibagong Aurora Gaming. And speaking of panibago, we are stepping into the second half of the regular season. At ang match nyo na susunod will be against TLPH na nagkaroon din kayo ng challenge facing them. Ano yung ma-expect ng Auroras na version nyo sa pag nakaharap nyo ulit sila?
Hopefully, magtuloy-tuloy and maganda yung maging laban against TLPH. So, magpe-prepare kami talaga mabuti.
At aabangan natin yan sa susunod na half.
But before we proceed to the second half, RORA, sino sa tingin nyo ang match MVP?
Our match MVP for this week against APBR is
Domenkite! And Domeng, yung suporta ng RORAs. Do you have any message for them?
Yun po, thank you po sa lahat ng sumusupport sa amin and yung kahit minsan natatalo kami, nandiyan pa rin po sila and yun, sobrang solid po ng support nila, lalo na ng mga nandito sa venue. And yun guys, keep supporting us, yun, babawi pa na kami, parang momentum pa lang sa amin to.
Once again, make some noise for Aurora Gaming! You may now take your bow. And take your victory walk as we move further into this day.
What a bounce back win for Aurora, right, Odin?
Oo, alam mo, Thea, Auroras finally found their light again after the slump in the previous matches. And napakaganda na resulta na ito para sa kanila.
And we'll find out how that win happened as we throw this back to our panel.
And there you have it. Congratulations to Aurora. Definitely a needed win, a sweep for the defending world champions here. Getting the groove back, and congratulations to Dominkite on the MVP for the match. Definitely played the part here. Let's see who our MVP is. Of course, it's going to be Light, my boy.
Yeah, you were inspired by this guy.
I was.
He was very inspiring. Not just on the Badang, right? Like in any setter hero, kind of reminds me of OG Chapter back in the day. He actually just finds so many things that it's like he sees things that we don't see.
Let me...
Like your enemy doesn't see.
Yeah. Let me see one more...
It's like he sees the light.
Yeah, one more hero that's like the Badang and the Grok. That's similar to this gameplay, then we might say he is the modern day, or he's similar to the modern day Chuck Mambo in a sense.
The light Mamba.
The light Mamba. You know, it's funny because when they were at their international for MSC, like Smart Omega was there.
Yeah.
You know, and Chakne was there, and you know, I remember. Yeah, it's a very different time. Light definitely had much longer hair then. But yeah,
that was great hair, by the way.
Yeah, it was. And you know, I just remember really talking about the comparison between them two back then. And,
look at that.
You look at how he's developed over time, and Light is definitely just such a cornerstone to the success that RORA has found, I feel like. And that synergy between him and Dominkite is just going to always be there. And, you know, it's great to see RORA play like this. I feel like they were in a slump a bit, but even breaking down the interview, you hear them, you know, they're just going to go ahead and lock in, prepare for their next big matchups that they have for the second half of the season. They get a chance to go through everybody again. And this was more of Aurora that a lot of the world specifically was used to seeing, I feel like. This version that became eventually world champions.
I could feel how much you wanted to win this. There were a lot of flicker ins. And that's something I'm not used to seeing from like...
It's the new hair.
Probably the new hair.
It's similar to Kimmy's hair.
He doesn't make Beagle the Giggle.
Yeah.
He lets it through. He lets the rage, the anger flow. And in this regard, he doesn't mess up. So that's the important thing. You can kind of be aggressive. You can kind of just go ahead and make a play. Just make sure that you don't slip up and you don't give an opening for your opponent, which I think we saw here. Majority of the towers were very much controlled by Aurora. The buffs as well. I think they took that Shizu buff steal a little bit personally from game number 1.
That's what I was saying.
It looks so good, so clean, this one.
They were locked in game 1. Well, I think they were even further locked in for game 2 here. And it's good that they were able to, because I think, I don't know, I guess if you guys really watched the match last night and you saw all the chatter online, there's chatter everywhere. So that's why I'm saying, I think for the fan base and for everybody else, this just goes to show that RORA is still definitely a contender, because this is just the first half of the regular season. So much more can happen here. Let's go ahead and listen in on our Infinix mic check, though.
Sabi niya, lapukin naman. Ay, gagawin na sila, pre. Walang ulti si Kiel. Buhay tayo sa balinata, pre. SOD na. Ay, bligger, walang bligger ka lang. James Punks, tingin. Wala na. Buhay ako. James pre. Sora na lang. Sora muna. Buhay ako, pre, ha? Nice. Dawin. Kaya namin ni Doming, pre. Alalay kayo. Balin ko namin, pre. Balin nga, boy. Sora. Ako, wide. Nice, boy. Ay, tara. Tara. Basta lang. Ay, ulit lang. Ulit lang. Kaya ko tapos. Ay, tinatanggi ko. Sige, dyan kayo sa tore. Tinatanggi ko. Gusto mo na ba? Makin. Tumatanggi. Wala na ang buhay. Balitin lang ako. Yeah, kaya lang. Patay din naman siya. Di ako kita. Makalikod ako. Ito, parang di ako kita. Go. Pra. Bangga ako pa. Nice. Sige, kahit sino. Tingin na. Right. Parang layo niya. Bangga ako. Kiel tsaka Khalid. Sige, pinatanggi ko. Gigi, baklainin niyo. Ayun na ba? Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. You know, that great communication there. You can even see Domeng was pretty hyped on what Light was able to set up for them, but just overall the communication from RORA.
Yeah.
That's World Championship communication.
And they were so calm. Even that one play where we got to see the chain CC on James Panks. Light was just like, yeah, we can go for this guy.
And that was free CC's landing on this guy in that moment. That was amazing.
That's why I said James Panks. I know he was fueling that one. So hopefully they can recover before next week.
Whoa,
We still got a whole half the season.
Hey,
My goodness. You guys can start your own season with eProject Esports for everyone, though. We're giving you the power to bring the MPL energy to your own local community.
That's right. Participants get exclusive access to tournament modes, free in-game items, and even diamonds. Just head over to ph-mpl.com/e-project and start your application.
Come on, turn that passion into action. Visit our website for more information.
I need to start saying that phrase on a daily. Turn that passion into action. I think that'll definitely get me through some of the days out there. So also because right now the clock is ticking for you guys. The seats are filling up. Don't miss your chance to witness ONIC Philippines and Twisted Minds right here at Victoria Sports Tower this April 24th. Head on over to ph-mpl.com and get your tickets now. Seats are filling up, guys. I mean, almost every single match, actually, for the past 4 weeks has been sold out and crazy here. So we'd love to have you, because we're calling the super fans right now. Stay updated on all things MPL Philippines and connect with the most passionate community out there in esports. Join the MPL Philippines official Facebook group and the Superfan channel. And don't forget also the MLBB official Discord.
That's a lot, but you can get your all-access pass to exclusive content, the latest news, and community discussions if you join us. So lead the conversation and have a chance to be featured as our Superfan of the Month.
Come on, be part of the MPLPH family. Just go ahead and scan that QR code. We'll talk there. We'll talk to you guys. Brigida will talk to you guys there.
Yes, I will.
Will you, Brigida?
I am actually a very silent.
Let me
Make
tell
sure
you
that
what.
just tag her, she sees it.
Brigida, at this point, takes days to get back to anyone. So don't feel bad, guys.
Business
all right?
days.
Business days.
Yes.
Infinite standings after our first half of the season.
Wow.
Let's take a look at this, Rocker. How are things falling into place?
Yeah, not really much has changed, to be honest. It's just a big change for RORA. Because again, like we mentioned, the slump is over. This is exactly the RORA that we kind of expected at the beginning of the season. They were left at 2 match points, and now we're up on 3, a little bit closer to the top.
Yeah, we don't have a winless team as we end the first half of the season, similar to like what we probably are used to seeing in our previous seasons, but it's still tough for the Phoenix Army to climb the ranks. We'll see if they get to do that as we enter the second half, but for now, we're looking at the Funsik 11 Week 4 Day 3 standings, and 3 out of 4 of the top 4 teams in our MPL are still there.
Yep.
But it's the Bees who are actually, I think, also...
They were number 1 last year?
Yeah, the champions last season. So they're still part of the top 4 too.
Catching up. Oh, congratulations. We're done with halfway.
Halfway point?
Halfway point.
We are at the halfway point. It's been, I don't know, I guess if I had to think about the past 4 weeks, my biggest surprise is just exactly where TNC is sitting. I didn't expect them to be there after their performance last season's playoffs. I don't know. I'm sure our community out there will share their sentiments in our official groups. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is wrapping up the halfway point. Me, Naisu, bringing out Rockhart. That's going to close it out for week 4. We'll be back here next week for week 5. We'll see you guys till then. Let's throw it over on stage.
What a way to round out week 4, di ba MPL Superfans?
Talaga namang hindi tayo binigo ng ating mga teams, Thea. At nung unang match pa lamang, talagang pinamangha na tayo ng Golden Rivalry. And in our second match, inantig naman ang mga puso natin na Raiders Reunion.
And with that, Week 4 is officially in the books. Pero huwag kayong kukurap dahil next week agad, we're going to officially open the next half of our regular season.
Sobrang bilis ng mga pangyayari, pero asahan nyo ang mas matinding bawian next week. At una na lamang dyan, ang rematch ng Team Liquid Philippines and Aurora Gaming. That's the epic rivalry.
Kaya maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin ngayong linggo. This is your host, Thea.
And this is your very own Odin. Magkita-kita tayo muli next week.
Dito lamang sa tahanan ng pinakamalalakas.
This is MPL Philippines Season 17.
Palag na to!
17th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the official gaming phone partner, the power behind every Madlang gamer. Smart, the simply reliable connectivity partner of the MPL. Our partner in esports, Clear Men. And our strategic partners, TT Racing, Ferry, and SIP. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 17 live at Victoria Sports Tower. Grab your tickets now via the official MPLPH website. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.